Child, not Cleotrapa saying tag me in. At this point, these hoes need to take it over to baddies.
Let's talk about it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
Daddy, shot a clock every minute, please.
No, Natalie, you always want to do Betty, shot a clock.
Did you f***ing that apple?
Of course she is, because they don't feed y'all. That's probably the first and last and only meal that she probably had during that. Well, it's Biggie. So, who am I lying to?
Big Dominican, you know Big Biggie don't miss a meal. Big Biggie always gonna find the food.
I apologize too. I don't want nothing to happen to you too. That's why, I step back because I'm like, we are the injured reserve, and we gotta look out for each other while we're here because.
Can I get a hug?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not
over the table.
Not sneak.
Girl. Yeah, I'm gonna pull you over the table and hug you some more, bitch.
They have them with me, so let them say it.
I'm only here for one purpose. What I'm trying to understand.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Because why does everybody look like this? Look at Evelyn. That shit start all the way back here. Speaking of catch up, I got my food here. I need to eat at the same time. I need to do my makeup for the rest of the videos today. So why Tokyo looking like that? Why is Tokyo looking like that? And why does that look like the same wig that Michael Jackson used to be wearing? Tell me you don't.
I want to know. I gotta say this.
Let's talk about
No. Wait. Let me say this, right?
Why I'm hungry again? Why am I hungry again? I should have told this to bring me a steak, egg, and cheese. I think I need to go cook lunch. Akbar, maybe you can decide in my DMs and tell me who the doctor is. Because at this point, Spice, I thought you was from the Caribbean, dear, because Ice Caribbean. Ice the only one from the Caribbean. Well, apparently not, child. Spice says she from Puerto Rico.
Thank God I'm a loner and I stay in my room and I read my books.
What is Jessica even talking about? What is going on, y'all? It's got Santana, aka Chi. And girl, we is back for another Let's Talk About It because we got so lot. Excuse me, we got so lot to talk about. The girls is fighting. Listen, Mercury is in microbraids, but it was, and now it's post shadow, child, up until September 11th. And when I say everybody has been fighting for their life since August, like it's just been so much going on. And then we are in eclipse season. So if y'all think that it's over, it's not. Expect more Diddy stuff to come out probably by the end of this month. Expect for some other stuff to hit the fan in the media. Like, girl, it's a lot going on. We going from Mercury retrograde season to eclipse season in Pisces, and then another eclipse, I believe, in October. Like it. So today we got to talk about this Ice Spice stuff. A couple of months ago, y'all know, baby Thunder or child, baby Cloud, whatever her name is, she tried to come out and expose Spice. And honestly and truly, nobody really gave a F because who the heck is Baby Storm? Okay, we barely too much give about her. Okay, but she came out. She had some things to say about Ice. And listen. Here's how I feel. Regardless of whether or not the stuff was true about Ice, I don't give a damn about Baby Storm. And I still feel like she was coming out trying to expose Ice so that she could have a career, so her career could pop off. You know what I mean? Something about her just gives me weird, evil energy. I don't like her energy. I don't like the vibration that she be on. I don't like her. So I still feel the same way I felt months ago in regards to Baby Storm. Now, when Cleotrapa is the one that's coming out, now we got some things to get into. Okay, now we got some things to get into, and I don't really too much care about anything that deals with Nikki and Ice's relationship. I listen that. I more so care about, okay, well, how is Ice as a person? And child, the streets is saying that she's not a good person. The streets is saying that she colorist. The streets is saying that she one of those, oh, I think I'm pretty and everybody is jealous of me because I'm pretty. Listen, it's a lot of y'all out there, so I'm sure y'all can relate. But we're going to go ahead and get into all of that. We're going to go ahead and get into all of that. And I'm going to just say this now. I hope and I pray that it's some real reasons as to why Cleotrapa is mad, and not just because what I don't want this situation to turn into, because it's just people be waiting with bated breath for this to turn into a colorist conversation. And it's like, oh, it's because she's black. It's because she's dark skinned. I ain't got time for none of that. Does stuff like that occur in real life? Of course it does. But every situation is not always that deep. Sometimes people are just horrible because they're horrible. It has nothing to do with your skin tone or your gender or what's between your legs. Girl, stop. Everything ain't because you black. Stop. Okay. So we gonna get into it after y'all go ahead and like this video.
These bitches is washed. I am the soap in these rides ain't involved. Been saying shit since out in mama's garage. They hate to see that a bitch finally on top. Stop. Keep watching my social media. Changing my Wikipedia. This trendy to the top and tedious. I won't stop from video. Who got the trench? Who got the wrench? Who got the weed? And they all going up for me. I'm tryna party, let's get naughty. Twerk your body, work this party. I'm tryna party, let's get naughty. Twerk your body, work this party. Who got the trench? Who got the wrench? Who got the weed? And they all going up for me.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Cleo. So
mind you, this whole doing 52 parts like she Risa Tisa. Girl. Is the money not hitting from the industry, girl? What's going on? And I thought TikTok been allowed. No, I guess they maybe still stuck on 10 minutes. But here we go. 52 parts like she Reese's Pieces. Girl, what are we doing?
y'all know me. I've always been vocal.
Well, debatable. I mean, you did do that one season of that show, The Impact. Is it coming back? Because why am I not on the next season? That's what needs to happen. I need to be the YouTuber on the next season. What's going on? Okay, but Cleotrapa was my favorite on The Impact, so I will give her that. But y'all know me, girl. Barely. Even though she's funny as ever. And I love her song Rockstar, but let's you already starting off a little dishonest. Girl.
About everything, about literally everything. Nobody can shut me up. Nobody can silence me. Was you silent or was you silenced? Okay, and nobody's gonna do that to me. This video isn't to bash anyone. This is for me to.
Why not? Listen, I hate when. Listen. Oh my God. And if you're new to this, welcome. Come sit down. Okay, join the Patreon, all of that. But as usual, y'all can go watch this shit on your own time. Okay, I'm gonna stop every 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds. How I feel. Okay, how I feel like. And here's my thing. I hate when people get on if you're gonna do a whole expose, then do a whole expose. I'm not here to be malicious or to be disrespectful or to girl. I'm here to do all that. What you talking? I wouldn't even have picked up the phone if I wasn't here to do all of that. No, I'm here to kick that back in. I'm here to get in the car, run a bitch over, put that shit in reverse, run her over again, get out, check to make sure that she dead, then get back in the car, run her over a third time for good luck. What you talking about? Oh, I'm not here to be malicious. I don't mean this with bad intent. Girl, I mean it with all the worst intent. I mean, girl, listen, I'm taking it to hell. Because at the end of the day, you should have left me the mother alone. And so now if I feel like I'm pushed to the point where now I'm getting on camera, I'm picking up my phone and posting this on my page so I can profit from it by doing 12 parts. Clock it. I'm taking it to hell. I'm taking it to hell.
Speak on my experience and what I went through. And I want my fans to
all two of them
learn from this. My fans, my followers, my supporters, my future fans, followers, supporters. You don't even have to like me. I want y'all to literally take this situation that I'm about to break down to y'all and be inspired by it. And understand that no matter what the opportunity is, nobody should make you feel less than or make you feel like shit because they gave you an opportunity. It does not matter. It does not give a door, an open way for somebody to try to humiliate you or try to make you feel less than. And I feel as though being such a confident Black woman, I'm sorry. I'm ashy as fuck as a Black woman. I didn't even want to like start tearing, okay? Anyways, as a Black woman.
Everything ain't because we Black. Here we go. We starting already. Oh my God. And I don't give a damn who don't like what the fuck I just said. Everything ain't because you Black. Imagine if every time I got on screen or every time somebody had an issue with me, I'm just like, oh my God. Because as a BBW ass on smother you that happens to be non-biological, you know, but it's serving biological, it's just real hard, you know, because I got skin issues or whatever, but I still look good with or without makeup. Like, it's just so hard in this world because, girl, like, imagine if, come on, oh my God. Sometimes that's just your experience. This is why I wish astrology was pushed way more. Because at the end of the day, we all sign up for certain lessons in this life. And yes, some things are because of colorism and racism and homophobia and da-da-da-da. But it's too, I'm gonna just say it, it's too many Black people that feel way too comfortable blaming that for every fucking reason. Sometimes, baby, that's just the challenges that you sign up for in life. The red flags was there that the girl wasn't your friend. You decided to hang around because what we not about to do, listen, what we're not about to do is sit here and resort and make everything about colorism. That's what we're not about to do. If that's what it was, then okay, cool. Let's call it out. Let's move on from it. But then it gets even deeper than that, because the same way that we could look at this situation and be like, oh, Ice Spice was using her for colorism and to help her image, girl. It can also work in reverse. I know I'm with this pretty girl who can get through doors, who, you know, is probably more accepted mainstream wise. So it's mutually beneficial. Like, that be my thing. Like, but to turn this into a whole woe is me, like, I feel like when we do that, it really waters down actual movements where that's really what's going on. And then at the same time, I feel like that becomes the bigger story versus, hey, don't lose yourself inside of friendships. Don't lose yourself because of fame. Like, that's the bigger story. Not all of this 3D low vibrational shit. Okay, these man-made issues. Like, girl, bye. We not used to that by now. We haven't found a solution how to deal with colorism and racism by now. We still gonna get triggered every single time. Like, I can't. And again, everybody's not gonna understand that. It's okay. Maybe you're not at that level of intelligence yet. Maybe you're not at that level of maturity yet. But like, I'm in 2024, I'm not still getting triggered by the same things. Like maybe 10 years ago. No, now, okay. The bigger story is at the end of the day, regardless of what skin tone, what gender, what any of that other stuff, know who you are around, because you could be around some snakes. You could be around some snakes. And again, I feel like by focusing on the lower vibrational mess, it takes away from the bigger part of the story, which means that a lot of people can hear this and be liable to go through it again, because you so much so looking for differences with skin tone that you're missing the fact that, baby, this could happen to you with your mother, with your cousin, your best friend, a stranger, your teacher. Yeah, like, I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna let her talk. But I'm telling y'all now. If we go too far into all, like, then I'm gonna stop caring. Because especially too, like, we gotta call it out. Cleotrapa, I'm taking everything that you're saying with a grain of salt, because you was on the Impact defending Ice. Everybody and their mama was saying what it was between you and Ice, and you was out here defending her. And then even in the caption, you said,
a confident one.
I don't want to hear I told you so. Because honestly, I really thought I had a friend. Y'all not going to create false narratives, because I'm going to always clear it up, right? So again, I'm going to let her speak her story. But as I would with any situation, I'm not going to feel too bad because at some point you started benefiting. And that's really my thing. That's why I keep saying, I don't want this to now turn into a woe is me. Let me throw out a few buzzwords, you know, like being dark skinned, like being a woman, like having a vagina. Let me throw out these buzzwords that's going to make everybody sympathize with me, even though I was a willing participant to the bullshit. Because that's what be happening. And people be manipulating y'all every time. Didn't y'all just get manipulated by Keke Palmer? Who y'all swore up and down her baby daddy was whooping her ass? And then all of a sudden they back together and she allegedly pregnant with the second child. Stop letting people weaponize. I'm just saying, again, we don't know what she got to say because, girl, that's an hour from now after we listen to all the parts. I'm just saying, like, I'm throwing it out there ahead of time so y'all know what to look for when people speak up. Like, every time people speak up, y'all don't ever find it funny how everybody is always the victim. Even in real life, whenever people speak up, it's never what they did or how they contributed or even what they learned. It's just always, this is what was done to me. I'm just saying.
Who knows exactly.
And it's not to protect Ice at all. I like her music, but I do not know that little girl personally. So I'm probably sure she probably is a terrible person. I don't know.
Exactly who she is and exactly what she wants in this world. People are so intimidated by it. And it's either you're intimidated and scared of it, or you love it and you just love it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately,
I disagree. See, I disagree. Some of y'all are basic. Again, y'all not gonna like me. But I have to be real with y'all because I hate when as Black culture we do this whole fake. We're all kings and queens, and it's not true. It's not reality. We say that so that we feel better about ourselves, but it's not reality. Some of y'all are motherfucking peasants. Now, I'm not here to say who's a peasant or not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to award anybody kingdom or queendom or any of that. Like, that's not even my type of vibe. Like, I mean, if we joking, you understand. But like, as a person, like, I would, you know, never demean somebody or make somebody feel less than. But my point is that this whole Black girl magic is such an illusion. And then it's like a circle. It's like a rotating circle because a lot of people use it as a deflection or use it to, I guess, armor and protect themselves. But then when things happen to them in life, instead of learning the lesson, again, it goes back to what I was saying about, oh, this happened to me simply because of my skin tone, because of my race, because of my vagina. And it's just like, maybe the universe is simply just trying to teach you a lesson about friendship. Again, because you're so focused on, oh, the optics of it. It looks like I just got played as a dark-skinned woman against a light-skinned woman. You're completely missing the lesson that, hey, you got played, period, by a person. And guess what? This can happen to you by someone that's Asian, someone that's Spanish, someone that is white, whatever. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's one side of the conversation. Also, the other side is I'm not putting down the Black community at all. If we want to feel like my Black is beautiful, okay, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is just it's the messaging and the programming. I just feel like there's a better way to go about it that's more constructive versus this illusion that we keep trying to sell. And it's not that Black people can't be great. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just that I don't know. It's just like this facade that we uphold and this illusion that we live in. And a lot of people take it to heart. I'm trying to find a better way to explain that, because I really want to be like very clear with my intentions with that, with what I'm trying to say. If you get it, you're going to get it. And if you don't get it, then you just not going to get it. I put it that way. I'm going to put it on you. If you get it, you're going to get it. Like, you won't understand what I'm trying to say.
I was around somebody who was clearly intimidated by me, like, and just who I am as a person.
Okay, I think I know what I'm trying to say. So the same way that a lot of people are saying Ice is the stereotypical pretty girl who feels like everybody is jealous because they're pretty, I'm looking at how we speak about Blackness in the same way. And I think that's what I'm trying to convey. It's like there's like a cockiness there. There's like a ultimately everything does not happen to you because of your insecurities or because of the way that you look. Sometimes that's just an experience for you to go through because it's what your soul signed up for in this lifetime to make you a better person. The good and the bad. But like a lot of the times, if you think about it in life, it's the bad times that truly push us into who we are. The good times, you know, help smooth things over. It's like a reward, but it's the bad times that really force us to become whoever it is we're going to be, whether that's quote unquote good or bad. Like pressure makes diamonds, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's such a lazy way of thinking to go around saying that everything that happens is because you're black. Like it's literally no different than saying, oh, nobody likes me because I'm pretty and they just jealous. It's literally the same exact thing. And so you're stuck in this storyline that you're telling yourself, this facade, this illusion, and you're truly missing the lessons and the gems that the universe is trying to bestow upon you, which keeps you stuck and you don't grow. And then you start wondering why your life is so effed up and why you're so full of trouble, because you're not growing, you're not healing. And then it also opens up a can of unwanted worms and trauma that does not need to be there. Because then you have blogs like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked and Jasmine Brand and Neighborhood Talk who see how reactive and emotional Black people are and purposely will put out stories out there to trigger you into action, into fight or flight, into immediately throwing on a cape because this or that happened to someone in the Black community. Like you, again, if you understand, you understand. If you don't, maybe it's just not time for you to.
And at first it might have been something that they liked, but as you can see, I only go up, and I could be seen as a threat to somebody who clearly isn't confident. I can fall out with a friend over miscommunications, misunderstandings. That's okay. You know, we can work it out. Honestly, it's not something that is like has to end everything. You know what I'm saying? But you actually have one time to show me that you are jealous, intimidated, untrustworthy, fake, disloyal, and genuine, manipulative, and calculated. And I promise you that will be the last time you ever play with me. Now I will break down how it ended. And for a lot of people that don't know, me and Ice did not grow up together. That is not my childhood friend. I met her 2 years ago.
Oh, I could have sworn. I'm so confused. I thought they were childhood friends. I mean, I know that Storme, child, F her. I know that her and Ice was childhood friends, but I thought, okay, well, she's clearing it up. She's clearing it up.
Before she blew up, I was very supportive of her. Before she even blew up, I was somebody that genuinely liked her. I was like, this girl is so cute. I seen her video on my Explore. She didn't even drop her viral song yet. And I was so supportive of her. Now, anyways, I'm just going to tell the story because you guys deserve to know. You guys deserve to know why we are not friends anymore, because a lot of y'all loved us being together. You guys do deserve to know why we're not friends. Y'all do deserve to know who.
Actually, we don't need to know any of this. We don't need to know any of this. Like at all. At all. At all. Especially, listen, because y'all know, anytime somebody starts telling a story, I'm like, what's the purpose of this? Because especially now with me being 31, and it's not like 7 years ago when I was doing story times, and just, you know, I look at the purpose behind stuff, and it's just like, okay, if it's for drama, it's never gonna be worth it. Like, and for me, what I'm hoping to get out of this whole tea spilling that she about to do in these 53 parts, I'm hoping that she loops it back around to the message that she said in the first 30 seconds about, you know, not letting people play with you. Right? And because the general public just wants drama, just wants the tea. I mean, and listen, it gives me a job to do, but like, you don't have to tell the public a damn thing. You could just be like, listen, me and Ice not friends no more. That's it. And I see, and I think this is why I would much rather her be completely honest and straightforward. And this is why I think I get so bothered when a lot of people do this whole, oh, I'm not trying to kick they back into the. Yes, you are, though, especially when you made multiple parts. If this was anybody else, we would say, oh, you're bothered. Multiple parts and they all 10 minutes. Because I mean, you could have very cleared it up in a simple statement. Me and Ice not friends no more. Not the type of chick I rock with. That's it. Don't ask me about her. But like, clearly it's something there. Okay. Now, I don't know if Cleo is trying to spin this into something, you know, positive for her career. I don't know. I mean, she is already on the Impact. I don't know if that show got canceled, but she already made it to the Impact. And she's beautiful. And her music is fire. You know what I'm saying? And she's funny as ever. Like, I have so many memes of Cleo. There's so many people who pass her memes around on social media. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Cleo has her own thing. And that's not to say that Ice still wasn't jealous of her, because, you know, people think, oh, money, success, no, sometimes people just jealous of your spirit, your aura. Okay, but that goes all back to my original point of why I don't like, because I know social media, I know people. I don't want their skin colors and skin tones to overshadow the true messages that are there. Because then it becomes a whole different conversation. And it's like, y'all are missing the point.
Who y'all are so obsessed with. Y'all love her so much. Y'all deserve to know who that girl is as an actual human being. As an actual human being. Fuck looks.
Again, we don't. I have Ice's music stored in my phone. I don't have her phone number. Okay. I don't even think I follow her on Twitter. Like, separate the art from the artist. Okay. Separate the art from the artist. Like, why do we need to know all of that? We don't. This is why a lot of people say that music industry was way better in the 2000s. Well, we didn't know nothing about these people, because now they speak up, and somebody getting canceled every other day. If somebody don't take this political stance, if somebody not having, you know, a hashtag in their bio, y'all want to cancel and bully them. Like, all of this is just so PUSSY to me.
All of that as a human being, at your soul. Y'all deserve to know. So the ending of July, I get a call from Ice very early in the morning. Cleo, come on tour with me. I miss you. Come. And I'm just like, girl, I'm not about to come on tour with you and watch you perform all month. Like, I got a nigga. I got stuff that I could be doing. I could be getting money. I have opportunities in New York. I have brand deals. I have things that I need to focus on. So for me to travel all over the United States with you to watch you perform, kind of crazy. She's like, no, I want you to perform. And I gagged. You want me to perform? She ain't never, ever brought me out on stage. I was like,
girl, because she was still getting brought out on stage. Are we going to forget that Ice is literally only this her second year? She popped off in 2023. I mean, she popped off very, very quickly, but like, let's not make it look like Ice Spice is this huge premier artist. She's somebody who blew up fast, but like, she ain't at Nicki level yet. So, you know, like, she literally just had her first tour, her first actual tour.
Oh, wait. Okay. Like, I guess this girl, in my head, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, I guess she's really trying to make up for that fake shit that got exposed like a month ago. Like, she's really trying to, like, you know, be an actual friend, because that shit was weird as fuck. And I checked her about that shit. And even for her to apologize was like pulling teeth. Like,
and if you don't know what she's talking about, she's referring to the stuff that came out with Storme. So Storme basically exposed everything. And I believe that Ice was talking crap about her to Storme. That I don't too much give a crap about, because I mean, we all talk mess to each other, to friends, whatever. So it was what it was. But she's saying that she checked her, and I guess at this point now she's looking at Ice reaching out as an olive branch.
Girl, you got caught calling your friend jealous for no fucking reason. And her excuse was that I didn't speak up when I was asked if she was Nigerian. Like, girl, I met you a month before that video. I didn't even know you was Nigerian. So that was kind of weird to me too, that she was upset at me for not knowing if she was Nigerian. And she said that you could have at least said I was black. Like, girl, I didn't even know you. Am I your PR? Am I supposed to be clearing up every time somebody's asking about you being black or Nigerian? Like, that's not my role. And I don't even know you. So I was so confused. Anyways, we moved past. Anyways, after that situation,
I feel a way about that. And again, I just hate the fact that it's the optics of the colors. Because I feel like we gotta call it like a thing. Like, people gonna be more skewed to her side just based off that. I'm more skewed based off the truth. Y'all know I like to be very non-biased with my channel. I focus on the facts. Okay. And if ice is horrible, ice is horrible. That's just that. On top of anything else. Okay. If we start talking colorism, then I need to see several examples to where it's like, oh, when Ice goes to the club, she only want Puerto Rican girls on stage. She removes everybody black out of her videos. You know, she don't want no darkies around her. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I need several things of proof, not somebody just saying, oh, she was bitter towards me. She told me I could perform, but she didn't foot the bill for my food. So she's color. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Because in 2024, people do that. Oh, she looked at me wrong. She's colorist. Oh, she stepped on my foot and didn't say excuse me. She's homophobic. Like, and I feel like if that was your friend, then yes, speak up. No, you're not meant to speak up every single time, but like, I don't know. Because sometimes I feel like when I hear people complain, they complain about stuff that they will want done for them. And given Ice and the controversy around her and how many times I have to keep saying, I hate that it's about color and skin tone and all of that. Like, I mean, it does, like, at the end of the day, Cleo didn't know. So, I mean, I'm not going to fault Cleo for that. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't know. And she said that she had just met her. But maybe Ice could have pulled her aside and been like, yo, Cleo, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but my skin tone and my race and my whole identity and all of that seems to be like a big thing that, you know, the culture keeps wanting to bring up. So, you know, just in the future, if you don't mind, you know, you don't have to go out of your way, but if you don't mind, you know, could you help me out? And like, that's a proper way to go about it, I feel, if I was Ice. But again, I'm not mad at Cleo, because if Cleo was saying I only knew the girl for a month, so I didn't know, and I was just, you know, speaking, I'm not really mad at her. But I'm going to just say, let's remember that, okay? Because it might be some things that come out to where it's like, Cleo, now you didn't want to do that for Ice, but you want Ice to do this for you? Like, you okay?
that had happened with her ex-best friend exposing her for calling like just about everybody jealous. That was kind of like sick too, because why do you think everybody's jealous of you? She literally tried to link me being jealous of her with that interview of me not knowing if she was Nigerian. And I'm just like, girl, are you crazy? And she never said that she felt the way. And it was just like, I didn't even know that she was mad at me. She's just in messages talking about me. So she tells me, like, I think everybody's jealous of me. Don't take offense to it. I say that about everybody. I'd say that everybody's jealous of me. I even say that about my mom. Like, that's kind of sick. But okay. Like, okay.
I need to hear how she's saying it. Like, is it like, girl, get out of here, you jealous? Like, or is it like a real deep belief that she has? That's what I need to know. I need to know, does Ice truly in her heart feel like this? Like, people are jealous of her? And that very well could be a thing as well. Or it could also be like a deep insecurity of hers. Like, you never know. Again, it's these buzzwords that are thrown out there that everybody is supposed to just be moved by. And y'all know my level of thinking. I think a little bit deeper about it. I need to know, Ice, do you truly feel this way? Like, did you feel like, oh, somebody was jealous and trying to sabotage you? Okay, and if you do feel this way, are there actual examples that can be shown as proof of this? Or do we need to take a look at your natal chart and realize, oh, that's just a deep insecurity you have because something going on with you? You understand what I'm saying? Like, tea is tea and gossip is gossip, but y'all know I'ma always try to humanize motherfuckers. Okay. That's just how I come from it. And just hearing her say, oh, you know, she was calling everybody jealous. And if Ice is saying, oh, girl, I say that about everybody and everything, it doesn't necessarily, you know, mean that. Child. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily like automatically being like she means that everybody is jealous. Because she could be joking. But that's why I need to know. Like, is this something deep? Like, what's going on?
Fast forward though, I started thinking that a lot of the things that Ice was doing was calculated. Like even the thing after her best friend exposing her, it was like, oh, like let's go to the basketball game. Come with me to this basketball game. I'm thinking like, oh, she just wanted me to come with her to a basketball game. Like maybe she's trying to make it up. I don't know why I kept thinking like she was trying to make it up for being like caught being fake. But it was just like, even the basketball game, it was like one day later, she's like dropping a song. It's like every time she's like inviting me out, because we never chilled on some like chill shit, bro. Like it was never like just some chill. It was always like in the blogs the next day and the song is dropping too. So it was like, what? This girl kind of uses me for her rollouts.
So at what point did you realize that? And at what point did you make the decision to keep going because you realized that somehow you was benefiting from it? See, this has been my thing. I need for people to call out the shit that they do. Like, okay, so you started realizing it. Okay. At what point did you say, okay, well, I can still benefit? And is that part going to come up within these parts? Like, okay, I'm peeping it. I'm jacking it. But at the same time, like, girl, listen, I'm getting this, that, and the third from it. So I didn't say nothing. Like, girl, you want to use me? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to use you too. You the biggest celebrity right now, the biggest female rapper of 2023 that blew up. And yeah, I already got my own motion out here, but at the same time, me being next to you is a good look. Push my personal feelings to the side. Yeah, I wanted a personal relationship, a personal friendship, but at the end of the day, I'm here for the money in my career. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, because everybody's not like this perfect victim and I got taken advantage of and girl, I would love to be on $1 million jets and you know, jet setting around the world and eating in Paris and doing all the stuff that you was probably doing with Ice all the 2023 and 2024. Let's talk about it. Because it takes two to tango.
I'm just like, okay. When the tour thing came out, I'm like, oh, she's actually trying to like give me something now. Like, okay. She's trying to make it up. She's trying to be an actual good friend. I made a flyer announcing that I was going to be coming on tour with her. It did not even get reposted. It didn't even get a comment or like, and she was tagged in it. The bill, it didn't even have my name on it. Like just about nobody knew I was coming on tour. It was like a special guest. Like she didn't even like shine any sort of like her own light on me. It was like kind of like all me. Like I want my fans to come out. Like she didn't really try to like mesh me in with her actual fan base or try to like put her fan base onto me. Very calculated, you know? It was just given like, oh, let's you know, let Cleo eat, but we gonna give her crumbs. Like we gonna shine light on her, but let's dim it. You know what I'm saying? It just gave that so much online.
If that's the case, then Cleo, I would have needed a conversation between y'all two. Me and Ice would have most definitely had to sit down and have a conversation and be like, girl, I could be doing other stuff. Why am I on this tour? And Cleo, were you even getting paid? Because were you going on the tour for exposure? Like why were you going on the tour? That's what I need to know. And me and Ice would have had to sit down and have a conversation because ain't no way I'm about to fund up my tour and then my meals and whatnot getting paid for, my name not on it. Like, so exactly how am I benefiting? I would have had to sit down and have that conversation. To me, at this point, it sounds like you a pushover. It sounds like either you a pushover or you were still realizing like, okay, even though this may not be the most ideal situation, it's better than what I'm doing and I still find a way to benefit. And trust me when I tell you, I'm not finding a way to make this all Cleo fault. I'm just telling you where Cleo is at fault for me in this situation because there is no perfect victim situation. There just isn't. Well, I mean, y'all understand what I'm saying. Like, there are situations where, like, yes, clearly somebody is a victim and like things happen to them. What I'm saying is accountability and responsibility. Like, if you already felt like the girl was only hitting you up for a look, and then these messages about Storme come out, and then she hits you up out of nowhere when y'all weren't even talking to go on tour. I mean, how much am I supposed to hate Ice if you the dummy, you boo the fool? She keep playing with you and your time and your effort. You understand what I'm saying? Like we can easily be like, okay, Ice Spice is not a good person and it's a horrible friend in this video. But like, if we actually gonna learn something, then baby, I hope you watch these videos back and listen to what you actually said and see where you went wrong. Because if not, then guess what? If you're going through life, going through situations, and you constantly the victim and you don't even see how maybe you could have done things differently to maybe end up on a different path or in a different situation, what the fuck was the point of it? Because you lied would just go through it with the next person, with the next situation. To me, that doesn't even make sense. I'm with somebody, I've only known them for 2 years. Every time I'm with them, I see that it's out of convenience for them. It's an opportunist type of moment. It's for a look. We're not really friends like that. Then text messages come out with them talking trash about me. And then after we don't talk and they give me some BS excuse, months later, they now all of a sudden want to invite me out on the tour. No, my instant thought would be, why? So you can use me again? Especially when you see that you made a flyer and they didn't even repost it. So like, again, like, admit she was a horrible friend to me, but maybe we wasn't friends like that. Maybe I realized too late, but regardless, at some point I was in it to just get what I could get from the situation and try my best to benefit. Like, that's how people need to start telling stories. Like, this whole woe is me and everybody come love me now and come hate Ice. Girl, bye.
It says the show starts at 8. It would even say 9 sometimes. And guess what time I was going on? At 7:30, 7:45. I was going on before the show starts. So that was kind of weird in itself. I had no idea what.
See, because in my mind, I'm sitting here like, okay, if the show started at 9, I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, Ice goes on at 9, but Cleo goes on at 7:45, 7:30. And I'm like, Cleo ain't got no damn hour and a half worth of music. Like, why is she going on that early and for that long? But I get it. What she's trying to say is, girl, no, the doors the doors open at 9. What Cleo is saying is that the doors open up at 9, but she in there at 5 o'clock performing for the janitors and the production crews setting up. Like, y'all know how y'all go to different like hotels and whatnot, and they got like a band. They got a band just casually playing in the lobby or by the bar. That's what Cleo was. She was like elevator music. Okay, she was just supposed to be there to transition the folks in. Not perform, but just be like on the side doing her thing. Like, she was kind of like a BET pre-show almost.
What's with Spec going on tour? I had no idea until I got on tour and started seeing certain things, and I'm just like, wait, why don't I have that? I didn't have a room.
Girl, why would you? Oh my God. And this is why I did my whole little rant at the beginning, because we're not going to sit and say all of this is because you black. It's not. First of all, why would you have your own room? Ice barely has a room. Again, I think we think Ice is way bigger than what she actually is. Like, she's big, but she's more so famous and popular than big, if that makes sense. Like her record only sold like what 27,000. So she's not like this huge. Like she's not at Doja Cat, at Meg Thee Stallion, at Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna level. She's not. She may have collab with the biggest, you know, the Drakes and the Taylor Swifts and the Nickis, but she's not up there. So you can't expect. Like, I don't know. I agree at the fact that I do 110% believe that Ice's team did Cleo dirty. I definitely believe that. However, if Cleo is expecting to come on this tour and it's be like a best friend thing, and ooh girl, we co-headliners, and ooh, I got my own dressing room, and like, it don't work like that because Ice barely has that. Again, the bitch only sold like 27,000 copies. Like, she's not a big artist. She's popular, famous, but she's not a big artist. There's a difference. So if Ice doesn't even have that within her budget, you're not gonna get that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like some of this shit, like, and this be my thing, right? With a lot of people that try to do the whole indie artist route or influencer route, it's nobody's business to teach you business. Okay. All of y'all that want to come up and be in music or be on YouTube or be on TikTok and all that, understand it is nobody's business to teach you business. Okay. You need to make it your business to learn business if you want to be in the business. So it's like a lot of this stuff we've kind of seen in movies and TV shows and whatnot. Again, if you're not a big artist, you're not going to places like Madison Square Garden and you know, all of these big ass venues. So that right there is a huge indicator, because the Y2K tour never gave that. It gave smaller concerts in a high school auditorium, gymnasium. Like, that's what it was given. So how much more did you expect Ice to be able to do for you than she was even able to do for herself? I do feel like things could have been communicated more, but I don't even know if I will put that all on Ice, because again, like I said, it's nobody's business to teach you business. And we hear every day about how the music business sucks and how, you know, they're shady. They try to get over. They're always trying to nickel and dime a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I get the fact that, okay, you and Ice supposed to be friends and girlfriends or whatever. Like, so you expect there to be a little bit more communication and her looking out for you more. But again, then I gotta rewind back to the fact that you said out of your mouth all of these times that you done spent with her, you realized it was out of convenience, or it was for a good look, and then she would drop a song and even if that's not something that you learned until recently, we still have the baby Storme situation that happened. And then we still have the whole tour situation that happened, where you said out of your mouth that when she called you for the tour, you thought it was to make up for all the trash that she had done to you. So knowing all of this, expecting to go on this tour and get 5-star treatment, I don't feel sorry. I don't. It almost feels kind of, I don't want to say predatory, but just like how she's calling Ice calculated, it almost feels calculated on your end, because it's very much given, I'm a go. And like I keep saying, I feel like the part that she's not saying is, I know Ice ain't shit, and I know that this is probably going to be a shit show, but I'm going to still benefit from it somehow. And if in case she does mess up or things don't go right, I'm gonna most definitely profit off that and make a story about it or tell my truth. Like, that is given. You felt this way going into it, because how you let this girl play in your face all of those times as a friend, then you see that she's not really a friend because she's going around talking to people about you. And then when she calls you, you even say out your mouth like, oh, I thought she was calling to make amends because of all the trash stuff that she's done. And then after the first show, you still stay on the tour? Maybe because there was a contract involved, but you still stay on the tour? Yeah, Cleo, I'm gonna need you to be honest and say, yeah, like I was benefiting till I wasn't no more, because I knew at some point things was gonna go left and I was gonna have to expose her.
I was told I was gonna be with her, but I didn't have a room. No room for me backstage at all. I was in her dressing room. I didn't have no rider. I was with her. And before I came on tour, I asked her, what were the things that I was going to have to pay for? Because this is so last minute. Like, you're only giving me one day to prepare. Like, it's July 30 something and we going on tour August 1st. Like, girl, like literally one day. So I'm just like, what do I have to pay for? Nothing. You're going to be with me. You're good. You're going to be with me. So I was like, okay.
Okay. Okay. So she asked. We got to give her that. She did ask. She did ask, and Ice did lie on her face.
Everything is handled. I'm just going to go. I'm going to make the best out of it. I'm going to make the absolute best out of it. I don't have no dances or nothing. I'm just going to go out there and do what I can do.
Okay.
What's up, y'all?
She is so pretty. I knew who Cleotrapa was before I knew who Ice was. She starts talking about it at 4:05 for those with ADHD. People want to see you doing good. See, this is why this doesn't matter. Because you need the backstory. You need the backstory. If you got ADHD, bitch, go take some medicine and calm your ass down. Because you need the backstory to understand. That's why people be so confused and run around here with half truths now. You need the backstory. Wow, I'm glad you spoke up because people swear Ice got a nice girl persona. Ice and Capricorn, I believe every word you're saying. And Capricorns are known for money. What are you talking about? I hate people with their generic ass takes on astrology. I even say that about my mom. Cleo, I love you. I put this on 2 times. It's not fast enough. Where is the spark note, lady? You never gave Jealous you a star, and I don't even know you. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna just not look at the comments because they not helpful. Go like this video because clearly we're gonna be here a while.
The universe is P double T to the Y, and it won't stop till I wake up and realize that I am the 1, 2, 3. I am the bitch that these other niggas need. How you gonna escape when I am the key? That's why everywhere I go, that's it following me like damn. Get back on track, look at who I am. Every day is numbered in this lifespan. Look in the mirror, tell myself again. Self-love and happiness is all about a God's plan. I wanna be happy, doing what I please, trying to do what I need, whatever it takes to be free. I wanna be happy.
Child, let's go ahead and we're gonna speed it up because I had no idea that we was already here an hour.
So that's that. I'll tell y'all. So that's that. I'll tell y'all how the tour went now. Please keep in mind that before I went on tour, I had 1 day to prepare, 1 single day. Everything was a rush, but I'm looking at this like, okay, this is gonna be good for me. And again, I didn't know what to expect. This is my first tour. Like, I wasn't allowed to bring anybody. She said if I brought anybody, I was gonna have to pay for their hotel and transportation. I'm just like, girl, I didn't even have time to prepare for this. Like,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Like I keep saying, we gotta remember and consider the fact that Ice is not a big premiere artist. She is still technically a new upcoming artist. She only sold 27K.
I only got 1 day. Like, you feel me? Like, you it's damn near like me putting everything, like putting my needs to the side to like to accomplish something. I have things to pay for myself as an independent artist. So of course I'm thinking like of ways to not come too much out of pocket for a tour that doesn't even have me on the bill. Like, I'm not even on the lineup. Like, okay. Anyways, let's go into how the tour went. So first couple of days with Q, we went to Philly, and this is when things go left now. Yeah, we're in a hotel room. We're not sure if we're gonna like bring our bags to the venue because I guess like we were gonna come back to the hotel. But she told me, don't leave your bags at the venue. You might need something. Don't leave your bags at the hotel. You might need something in it. And I was like, okay, I'll bring it. Her security, who brings all her bags, she has like 10 bags. He brought my bag, brought the bags down, and now we're at the venue. And I do need something in the suitcase. Like, I had a wardrobe malfunction, like she said I probably would have. That's that she cursed me, okay? Because now I do have a wardrobe malfunction. So I'm like, oh, how can I get the bag? She's like, tell the security to get it for you. I go to the security. I'm like, can you get my bag out the trunk? Because I have no idea where the trunk is, where the car went. We just came into the venue like, we artists, we working, whatever. He goes, he gets the bag, brings it upstairs. I change, end of the show. I put my bag next to her 10 bags and the big black dresser. And yeah, I'm thinking everything is going to be moved back into the truck and we could, leave, go back to the hotel. I turned around and my bag is still there. My bag was still there. All her bags was gone. I'm just like, why would somebody just leave my bag? Like, I asked the security, I'm like, can you take my bag? He said, no. I was like, what the
fuck? That's messed up.
Going on. He brought all her bags. Okay. I'm like, can I pay somebody to bring my bags down? Because I didn't want to bring the bags down. Why would I want to bring the bags down? I'm just a girl. So I'm asking around, nobody's word. So I'm like, all right, let me bring the bags. I'm tight though. I'm tight. Like, I'm not used to this stuff. Like, what the fuck? I'm just supposed to be performing. You gotta remind you, I'm not even allowed to bring somebody on tour with me. So I didn't really have anybody helping me. It was just me. But I feel like she could have simply said to the security, like, take.
Wait, because not being allowed and being told you could bring somebody, but you would have to pay is two different things. I need to hear what she said in the beginning.
On the lineup, like, okay. Anyways, let's go into how the tour went. So first couple of days was cute. We went to Philly, and this is when things go with bags to the venue. Because I guess like I didn't even have time to prepare for this. Like I only got one day to accomplish something. I have things to pay for myself as an independent artist for a tour that doesn't even have bill. Like I'm not even on. Anyways, first couple of days was cute with bags to the venue. And I was like, okay, I'll bring it. Her security, who brings all her bags, she has like 10 wardrobe malfunction, like she said I probably would have. That's that
girl.
That before I went on tour, I had one day to prepare. Did not have I didn't know what to expect. This is my first tour. Like I wasn't allowed to bring anybody. She said if I brought anybody, I was gonna have to pay for their hotel and transportation. I'm just like, girl, I didn't even have time to prepare for this. Like I only got.
So you were allowed to bring somebody. You just chose not to because you didn't have the money and she didn't have the money. She didn't ban you from bringing people. She said, baby, I ain't got money for all that. So if you want to bring people, like, which honestly and truly, I don't really know how. Well, yeah, because why would Nicki Minaj pay for Monica's hairstylist? And like, that's not my job. Baby, I put you on a tour. That's a good look for you. And we set up and divvy the money, but like, I'm not paying for you and your team to. Well, I mean, paying for you, yeah, but not paying for your team. So, yeah. So, I mean, I feel like that's about like how it works in the industry. So, Ice never banned her from bringing people. She just said, listen, you're going to have to pay out of your pocket. Clearly, we working with a certain budget and we barely got enough for you. So, okay.
One day, like, that's that. She cursed me, okay? Because now I do have a wardrobe malfunction. So I'm like, all right, let me bring the bags. I'm tight though. I'm tight. Like I'm not used to this stuff. Like what the fuck? I'm just supposed to be performing. Need I remind you, I'm not even allowed to bring somebody on tour with me. So I didn't really have anybody helping me. It was just me. But I feel like she could have simply said to the security, like, take Cleo's bag. Don't forget Cleo's bag. But I got a sense that she just wanted me to struggle. And that's.
She could have said, take Cleo's bag, and even the security guard could have been like, ain't she on tour with y'all? Okay, yeah, let me take hers as well. I feel like that was completely unprofessional.
Kind of fucked up as like a friend. Like, so.
But girl, she not your friend, and you said that multiple times. Like, Cleo, just tell the motherfucking story without trying to paint yourself as the victim, because it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. Just tell the story without trying to guilt trip me.
Carry the bags. I take one duffel bag. I'm walking down. It's pouring outside. I put it in the car. The fans are screaming, Cleo, can we get a picture? Cleo, can we get a picture? As I'm struggling with a bag. And it's like very embarrassing. It's like very embarrassing. Like never do fans want to take a picture with me while I'm like carrying big ass bags looking like that. I had to make a second trip for the suitcase. I make the second trip for the suitcase. Do it again. Raining outside. Dragging the suitcase. Fans in my face. It was so fucking humiliating. I was like, what the fuck? I get in the car. I'm tight. Like I'm fake drenched and I'm tight. Like, and the car ride is silence. And I know she peeped why I was mad. It's like she just doesn't give a fuck. So we went to the hotel now. When we pull up to the hotel, she's like, oh, like telling the security guy what bag she wants taken out the car because we was about.
I feel like we missing a part of the story. Because this is reminding me of vacations that I've been on, where I've gotten into arguments with friends or family, and then some petty stuff happens. Like, doesn't it seem like a situation where it's petty? It's like they just got into an argument about something, and so it's just like, I mean, I was going to have your bags taken, but no, she could take it. She could take that bitch. Could take her own shit. Like, don't it seem like that? Take away the fact that this is a tour. Let's pretend that this is like a Miami vacation, right? Don't it seem like something petty that two friends would do or like a family member would do? Because I've definitely been in this situation before where it's just like, they got their own. Like, and that's been done to me. And I've done it to others. So I feel like something might be missing. A part of the story. Did they get into an argument before? Is that why Ice was being petty? Because again, I'm really trying, and it's not even trying to excuse Ice and act like she's above approach or reprimand. It's really more so to say, Cleo, I need your story to be a little bit more clearer, less confusing, a little bit more believable for me. Not saying I don't believe her, but like, based off how she's telling this story, I don't know. It just seems like are you leaving out parts? Did you say something smart to her that day? Did you look at her the wrong way?
To go to the hotel so she could take a shower, but it's like I perform too. I want to take a shower too. So I'm just like, you the only one that's taking a shower. I'm gonna take a shower too. She's like, oh, you got to tell him what bags to take out, or he's not gonna take it. And I'm just thinking to myself, didn't I just tell this guy to bring my bags to the car, and he said no? So why would I think that he's gonna take my bags out because I said so? You know, it's like she just didn't want to speak for me at all. She just wanted to show that you're here alone, bitch. Like, I'm just like, wow. So I come out the car and I'm just telling the bellman, because at least there's a bellman here, and what bags to take out because I'm gonna take a shower too. So we go upstairs, and it's like after the show kind of gets like a rush vibes because we're trying to like hurry up and get back on the bus. So we're in the hotel room, and I had this feeling in my chest. I don't know if anybody else who's a real ass bitch gets this feeling, and it's just a feeling. And I'm just like,
but how are you a real ass bitch if you scared to speak up for yourself? I'm sorry. Listen, and I'm not about to keep giving disclaimers. I'm not. Because it's going to seem like I'm hating on Cleo bad, but I'm not. It's just a lot of what she's saying is contradictory for me. Like, how are you a real ass bitch, but you scared to speak up for yourself? The second that I saw that mess happen with the bags, I would have been like, Ice, what's going on? Because I did not come all the way out here. Like, yeah, you want this to be the last stop? Because I came doing you a favor. What's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah. Security, grab this bag. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. But it's like everything that she's saying, and then every 5 seconds she throws in a line to let you know what was me. No, girl, I feel like you leaving out a part of the story. Did y'all get into an argument? Because that would be a lot more believable for me. Okay. And again, Ice could be a terrible, terrible person. However, if y'all done got into an argument or something, then it makes it more not justifiable, but like it gives enough room for us to see why some pettiness might have been there. Because the fact that you still staying after all of this, like, that's why I feel like something else had to have been going on. Because who's just going to stay there and get walked on like that? If, like, unless you know, like, okay, why that pettiness was going on. Like, am I making sense?
Like, I have to say something.
Cleo don't strike me as a doormat.
Because if I don't say something, I'm going to start moving like I don't like her. So I want to at least say how I feel, get her take on it, instead of being angry and just letting it build up frustration in me. So she's in the shower, and I'm like about to take my makeup off so that we can, like, you know, I'm not waiting for her to get out the shower to take my makeup off, and it's just delaying us because we're trying to hurry up. So I went to the bathroom, I'm taking my makeup off, and I'm like, yo, you know, you asked me to like take my bag. I mean, not you asked me. I'm like, yo, you know, you told me to take my bags with me to the venue. You said that was it was smart for me to take my bags, and the reason why. And you even told me to tell your security to bring the bags upstairs. So why would it be a problem for him to bring the bags back to the car? And she goes, that's my security. He works for me. If he feels like he's doing more work, he's gonna want to get paid more. So I'm like, how much does he want to get paid more? Because if I'm gonna be with her this whole tour, I would pay him more. I'll pay him more to carry my bags. I don't want to be carrying my bags. I don't.
Right.
Like, y'all seen all the fans seeing me carry my bags. That was crazy to me. So I'm like, all right, we got to figure this out. So, like, how much you want to get paid more? He's like, he gets paid a flat rate. I'm like, is this girl serious? She said it like she had no idea what flat rate meant. If he gets paid a flat rate, that means that he'll move a house for you. He's getting paid to work for you. He got paid to work for you. He's moving anything you tell him to move. He's moving anything that you tell him to move. So I'm like, girl, I was carrying them bags out. Like, the fans was all in my face. She started making it seem like she understand, like, oh yeah, that's crazy, da-da-da. But then she goes back to being weird, and she's just like, he can't leave my side. Like, he can't leave me. That's why. Like, girl, what you mean he can't leave you? So now I catch her again. Like,
yeah, that's weird. That is very weird. That is very weird.
she's just weird. I'm just like, what you mean he can't leave you? We was up there waiting for him to bring all your bags. He left you several times to bring your bags to the car. He left you a lot of times already. She's like, oh, why would I wait for him to bring your bags to the car? I'm like, the conversation was done after that. It was done. I said, okay, I know the type of girl that I'm dealing with. She's very selfish. Why would we just wait for him to bring your bags? What you mean, why would we wait for my bags now? Like, girl, what? I got out the bathroom. That was the end of it. I didn't bring up that situation no more. I charged it to the game. And charging something to the game is normally something you do regarding business. But I thought that this girl was my friend. So I'm like, why would I have to charge something to the game in this situation? Like, this is supposed to be my friend. But gradually I start seeing that she wasn't really my friend. And that was like the beginning of it. Now, what I didn't know, which I later learned after bringing up everything I went through to her, I learned that this situation where I said something about my bags was the reason why I got mistreated the entire tour after that. And I had no idea that she was so tight at me for saying something. Because she's the type of person who doesn't like to be, she doesn't want anything said to her. She feels too big. She feels too highly. She's on her high horse. Nobody can say nothing to her. But that's the type of person I wouldn't want as a friend. Like, I don't want a friend that I can't tell about themselves.
Boom. So now it makes sense. Now it's making more sense. Okay. All of what she just said right now, that I can most definitely see. That I can most definitely see. Okay. That I can most definitely see.
I was like, I can't tell you about yourself because you're famous. Like, that's sick. It doesn't matter how famous you are. We're still all human beings at the end of the day. And you still could get checked and you still could get told about yourself. Whatever though. So we went to the next places, got back to New York. The New York show was like, I was so like, so that's anyways, so of course this story is long as fuck because it was 30 days of hell. So yeah, the New York show, I was real.
August was horrible. August was horrible. And you know what? I do believe her story because August was horrible. And Mercury retrograde, y'all. Mercury retrograde in Leo. And it was square Uranus, so it was plot twist out the ass. So I definitely believe that this was her experience. I don't negate that. I just needed to hear other stuff so that I can buy into what we're claiming that ice is. Right? Because if you're petty enough to, but I still feel like something might have been missing there with the whole bag situation. Because everything after, like once she confronted her, she fully explained that well. But what would make we just gonna go with the assumption that Ice really is that selfish, and it's like she can find a way to. We just gonna go with that, even though I still feel like something else happened there. But everything after what she said with her confronting her, I can see how from that moment now it's like, okay, boom, the tour started being hell for Cleo. Because now it's like, oh, Cleo is problematic. Cleo is doing too much.
Real indecisive about like continuing the tour. But I have this drive in me where I feel like God wouldn't put me in a situation that I cannot handle. And I felt like he put me in this situation. He gave me this situation. And if I couldn't handle it, he wouldn't have. So any way that anybody is about to treat me, I will overcome it. I'm going to overcome everything. You are not going to trick me out of my spot. You are not going to make me feel like I'm not supposed to be here. I am moving by the grace of God. And that's just that. I don't care. I don't care. And from that moment forward, I said, I'm not even going to speak on anything that makes me feel uncomfortable or makes me feel unwelcome. But at the end of this, I'm going to say how I feel. I am going to say how I feel. Because right now in this moment, I feel like I'm on tour with somebody that don't even fuck with me for real. That's not even really my friend. The New York tour, her dressing room was kind of small. I never have a dressing room. You know what was kind of weird? That she said that I was going to be with her the whole time. Like, I was going to be with her. You're going to be with me. You're good. And when I would come inside the venue, her whole tour production team, they would act like they have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Like, did she not tell you guys that I'm supposed to be in her room? They're just like, oh, we don't have a room for you. But here, they'll give me like a bathroom. The bathroom that everybody's using. They'll give me the bathroom and say, you can get dressed inside this bathroom right here. And I'm just like,
Now, if they had rooms available and then they purposely didn't give her room, then yeah, that's messed up.
I'm supposed to be in her room though. Like, I'm confused. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just confusing. So they would like show me bathrooms and little corners that I can get ready in. And I'm just like, what? But need I remind you, every time there was a special guest or somebody that ICE wanted to bring out, they was always accommodated. Somehow they was always able to find a room, and they always had a room for themselves. I never had a room. And I was okay with that because I already came on tour knowing that I was going to be with her. But it annoyed me when they would act like they had no idea where I was supposed to be at. That was confusing to me. So the dressing room is small. And
so I need to know, what was the point of her even being there then? What was the point of her being there? And at that point, I most definitely would have left. I would have left. If, as long as there wasn't like a contract where it's like, now I'm effed over, I would have left. I would have left. Okay. Because it's one thing to be a smaller artist and you just literally legit don't have the budget or the space, which is what I thought it would be. But if there is now space made for special guests and whatnot, then it, well, who's special guest? Technically speaking, if it's special guest is bigger than her. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, even when the special guests aren't there, why does Cleo not have a room? You see what I'm saying? Like it's still effed up.
I asked her like, oh, can I get ready inside your room? She's like, come and see the room. I come and see the room, and the room is large enough for us to get ready in it. Like, bro, you invited me on tour, bro. We're supposed to be trying to thug it out and make it work because we're friends and we're girls. Like, hello. So we're getting our makeup done. Our chairs are like just back to back, but the room is not. It's not like there's a couch. Her wardrobe is able to fit in there, which is a big ass wardrobe. All her stuff is able to fit in it. She's good. She's good. And I'm good too. I give her space. After I'm done dressing up, I get out the room. I do not sit around in the room and shit because she don't even allow niggas to sit in the room. She just get niggas to boot like anytime she feel like it, which was kind of like weird too. Because like, girl, why can't you just sit in the room and chill? Like, whatever. So, oh yeah, I forgot. That's because she was tight ever since the Philly show when I said something about the luggage. That is why everything was weird afterwards. Now I put my bag, literally a tote, on the side of her couch, and she knows it's mine because she knows that's my bag. I put it on the side of the couch. Her mom and her little sister came in the room, so everybody got out the room. Like an hour goes by, I like go downstairs. I walk past the room. I see my bag, like my Telfar bag, outside of her door, and I'm just.
Come get your shit, bitch. Maybe she ain't what. Maybe she was. Listen. Maybe she was in the room smashing riot, and they want you to come in and smell it.
It's like, wait, why would they kick this little bag out? Like, this little bag was on the side of the couch. Like, why would it need to be kicked out the room? What is crazy now? A few days later, and I'm not accusing anybody of nothing. It could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? It could have been somebody that walked past the door and seen a bag in the front of Ice door. My card was used. $700 and something was used.
Oh, we would have been fighting at that point. We would have been fighting at that point. We would have been fighting. I'm fighting every single person on this tour. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
At one of those designer retail websites like Essence or something. I was so gagged. I was just like, what? But of course, when my bank got my money back, I didn't even make it a thing. But imagine somebody that only has $700 something in the account. And like, yo, and just imagine how other people could react to that. Like, they would be so fucking gagged, bro. I'm just like, whatever. You know, that's crazy. Because why would you kick my bag out? But like I said, I'm not even gonna say nothing. She's probably gonna argue with me. She's probably gonna say something.
No shade, Cleo. Your bag shit. I wouldn't have left my bag there. At this point, if you know you're not effing with her like that, and then at the same time, y'all on tour with a bunch of random people in and out the rooms and whatnot, I personally would have taken my bag if I had my wallet in there. I like, no. You see Ice go on stage and with her bag every single time. Absolutely not. Ain't nobody touching my. So, and I don't know who is it. No, I'm not leaving my wallet just sitting around and randoms coming in and out. So that you gonna have to eat that, Cleo.
Now I stayed in New York a couple of days to work on my video shoot. When I came back, everything changed. So she told me to take a bunk on her bus because Wright was coming to the back. Wright's coming, so take a bunk on the bus. I was like, okay, girl, I'm not gonna cock block. You wanna be with your man? Who ran it? That's what she told me though. So I'm thinking when you're done, this is like a who knows, the bus ride is mad long. I'm thinking we're gonna go back to the hotel when we get to where we're going, like we're gonna be in the same hotel. So when she got out the back room on the bus, we came out together. It was her, Riot, me, and the security were walking towards the elevator. We go inside the elevator. And this is something that she could have texted me because she texted me when she said that he was coming on the bus and for me to take a bunk on the bus. So she goes, in the elevator, you're not gonna get your own room? I was like, what? I didn't know I was getting my own room. I was back confused. I'm like, oh, that's.
You just said that you're not gonna cock block. If you see that her man is there. Okay. 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 The second that her man would have came, or she would have told me that her man was coming, I would have been like, okay, so how does your room situation about to work? Because obviously, if you kicking me out the room now so y'all can spend time together, then I know that once we get to that hotel, he more than likely gonna be staying. So what that mean for me? What we doing about that? Or what you doing about that? Because it's not my fault that your man here. Remember, you told me to come on this tour and told me I would be taken care of. So go ahead and take care of that. You want to spend time with your man? That's okay. I don't even mind, leaving out the room for a couple of hours so y'all can do what y'all gotta do. But like in terms of me finding a place to sleep, why is that now about to come out of my pocket because you want your nigga all up in yours? Absolutely not. Handle that, Ice. Cleo, come on now. Come on now. You not speaking up for yourself at all.
I was trying to understand, and I stopped the elevator door from opening. Girl, why you can't say nothing to nobody? Like, why you always trying to get? Why you always try to give like an embarrassment kind of vibe? Like, it's not even embarrassing, but it's like that's the vibe that you make it seem like you try to give all the time. Like, girl, you could have texted me that, Cleo, make sure you get your own room. This is the hotel we staying at. Like, damn, why you gotta get to the hotel and you telling me you're not gonna get your own room? Like, I could have had the room booked already before we got here, boo. But on top of that, I didn't even know that I was paying for hotel rooms because they're staying at five-star hotel rooms every place. A label's covering everything, label, everything's covered. You know what I'm saying? I'm an independent artist. Why would I come on this tour knowing that I had one day to prepare? Now I'm going to have to pay for five-star hotels and everything.
That's what you should have asked yourself. That's what you should have asked yourself. And maybe this is the lesson that Mercury retrograde was trying to teach you. Maybe this is the lesson that Mercury retrograde was trying to teach you. To speak up more for yourself. Because Mercury is the planet of communication, right? And it was in Virgo and in Leo. Virgo energy is all about practicality. Leo energy is all about like, shit, how can I explain it? We're just gonna say personality, child, and being bold and fearless. And so maybe that's what the universe was trying to teach you, how to speak up for yourself. Because every single thing that you're mentioning, yes, is effed up that is happening, but I see how you should have spoken up for yourself to avoid certain things. And then the fact that you kept coming back, allowing more and more to happen.
City, this is not something that I signed up for. This is not something that I was prepared for. This is not something that I told my label about. Maybe they could have, not even maybe, they would have helped me. But you gave me one single day to prepare for a tour that you knew about months ago. That's so crazy to me. But we know why now. We know now that you added me to the tour simply because you wanted to damage control. The situation with baby Storme was making you look crazy. You thought to yourself, and this is things that I realized after the fact. I told y'all, I really thought that she was trying to make it up, but it wasn't a makeup matter. It was her trying to clean up everything that was going on with her. And let's add Cleo to the tour so people think that I'm a good friend. So people think that I give opportunities to her and I'm nice and I'm good. Her hairstylist ended up saying, like, you should stay. You got your fans coming out. You already promoted it yourself. Like, your fans is coming to see you. Do it for your fans. She put that battery in my back to really, like, I had to get my head back on the swivel. Like, yo, like, make the situation what you can make it and just ignore everything else. Fuck it. And at the end of this, you will address her and you will tell her how this situation made you feel. And if she doesn't care, that was never your friend. Some people don't even know what, and like, they don't know how they're making you feel until you tell them. But if she doesn't care, she was never your friend. So I ended up staying with the hairstylist. She let me stay inside her hotel room. Every city that we went to, I stayed with her, and she was mad nice. And it was so fun with her. Like, it really just gave, like, it was just fun. Like, it felt like how it was supposed to be with Ice, but she's fucking boring. Like, she's boring. She doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't even want to play Uno. Like, she doesn't want to do anything. The bus rides be bad, boring. It just be boring. So, like, being with her hairstylist really showed me, like, the fun side of the tour. And she even said it herself, like, yeah, you made this tour so, like, easy going. Like, you just made it fun. And I'm glad that she felt that way because she made that for me, too. And thank you, girl. Now, moving forward.
Not y'all linking up over y'all. Probably for y'all hate for Ice, but child, been there, done that too before. Well, that's good. That's good that she was able to find something. But again, you should have been left.
Where this is when it starts to really feel like mistreatment and just weird stuff. So the hairstylist shows me like a menu and stuff. She's like, oh, production and whatever, they're gonna order food for everybody, pick what you want. I was like, okay, I'll get a chicken salad just like you. Like, I'll just get a chicken salad. Then she shows me like a message where somebody from production is like, Cleo is not a part of the budget. So I'm just like, I'm not a part of the budget, but y'all invited me on tour. Like, who and why didn't they tell you?
A chicken salad.
And why didn't they tell you And why didn't they tell you that make sure Cleo's good? Make sure Cleo's good. Cleo is a part of the budget. Make sure Cleo's good. The same way you told me that I was going to be good. Why is your production saying that I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Chicken salad?
Right. At that point, Ice, you should have just paid out of your pocket.
Not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Y'all could have bought that chicken salad and literally got the money from my manager or me. But y'all wanted to show me so bad that I can't get nothing and that nobody is here for me that I couldn't even get a chicken salad. I gagged. I was like, wow, this shit is corny. I ain't saying nothing. No, remember I said I wasn't saying anything about anything. I was just going to take everything in and whatever. So,
I mean, I already said it 1,000 times before. I feel like Cleo was plotting as well. I feel like she really thought that was her friend, but at the same time, she was plotting. I do. And do I believe that Ice is trash and probably was feeling herself? I believe all of that as well. In fact, this week, a lot of y'all are probably going to have a situation where you see the true colors of somebody. Just a little heads up as to what's going on astrologically. I think we got Mars square Neptune happening this week. So yeah, a lot of people going to be seeing true colors or hidden motives coming to light this week. And really all month, really. But, so it's not unheard of. I've definitely had friends like Ice. Most definitely. What? Matter of fact, I got a friend friend used loosely, but there's somebody in my life right now that move like Ice. Right now. That's why I'm saying, I wish Cleo would be honest and be like, she was my friend at one point, or so I thought. And then at some point I realized, and then I, also said, okay, well, let me see how I can benefit. At least if I'm gonna get used, I'm gonna use back, because I know all about that. It's called survival. I know all about that. I'm sitting here thinking, how much tea do I want to spill? Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
My manager ends up getting me an assistant to come on tour with me, somebody to help. They met me in Chicago. So now the Chicago show was lit as fuck. It was so fun. I love Chicago. But yeah, she came, she helped me, whatever. And the only reason why she even came in the first place was because she was told that she was going to be able to go on Riot's bus. And then at the end of the show, she was told that Riot said you can't come on his bus. And she was just so confused, because that's the reason why she came all the way to Chicago in the first place. And Riot is not even on his own bus. He's on the bus with Ice. So it was just so mind-boggling, And he probably didn't even say that. They probably just didn't even want me to have anybody. And that was the vibe that I was starting to get, that they actually do want me to struggle. They want me to struggle a little bit. They want to see if I'm gonna stay. It's like they want to put this pressure on me. And let me tell you, the devil will not win, boo. He will not win. He will not win. He will not win. He was starting to get to me, but he didn't win. Sent her all the way back to New York, and I was left again with nobody. I got a little piece of help, and then I was done for. Now we're in Texas. We're in between Texas and Mexico. What do you guys think of when y'all think Texas, the between Texas and Mexico? Desert, tumbleweeds, nothing for miles. No Uber Eats, no Uber 2 Eats, and there's nothing. We're at a Best Western or whatever one of those hotels are. We're in the middle of nowhere. That's how you know, because we're at one of those Best Western hotels. And no food. There's a McDonald's all the way down the block, 8-minute walk. Probably gonna get bit by scorpions and all sorts of other bugs while walking through the desert to McDonald's. So me and her hairstylist were in the hotel. We just sleeping and stuff. It's like 2:00. We get up around 5 or 6. I call Ice. I'm getting ready and shit. Me and her hairstylist about to make videos or whatever. I call. I'm like, oh, let's make TikToks. She's like with that soulless demon face, just you're with my hairstylist, so damn, my bad. It was really seeming like she didn't really want me to be friends with her hairstylist, but it's like, damn, bitch, I don't got no friends. So I'm gonna make friends with bitches that actually want to be my friend. I'm sorry. I hung up on her after that because it was just ew, all right, I'm with your hairstylist, so what that mean? I can't, like, I'm not ready, obviously. Like, it was just the attitude around it that was just so weird and corny to me. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Went downstairs, and I seen her in the lobby, and her and some other boy, one of I's friends, is just standing there, you know, with a basketball. I'm like, oh, what y'all just did? Oh, we was playing basketball, whatever. Nobody said anything about eating. Nobody. I'm like, me and the hairstylist keep talking about food. We like, oh damn, we mad hungry. Like, we mad hungry, just a McDonald's. Or nobody said anything about food while me and her are talking about how hungry we are. Now we go to the tour bus, and we just sitting on the bus. We just like, yo, like, can somebody come with us to McDonald's? Like, nobody want to walk there by themselves. We fake want a man with us. They like, oh, that's mad far. Like, nah, like, word, there's a desert, it's scary. I'm like, okay. Nobody said anything about food still. Come to find out, everybody ate.
Oh.
Can you believe that? Everybody ate. Guess what? They all went to a steakhouse. Everybody went to a steakhouse and left me.
Now, wait a minute.
Damn, my bad. It was really seeming like she didn't really want me to be friends with her hairstylist, but it's like, damn, bitch, I don't got no friends. So I'm going to make friends with bitches that actually want to be my friend. I'm sorry. I hung up on her after that because it was just like, ew, like, all right, I'm with your hairstylist, so what that mean? Like, oh, like, I can't, like, I'm not ready, obviously. Like, it was just the attitude around it that was just so weird and corny to me. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Went downstairs, and I seen her in the lobby, and her and some other boy, one of I's friends, just standing there, you know, with a basketball. I'm like, oh, what y'all just did? Oh, we was playing basketball, whatever. Nobody said anything about eating. Nobody. I'm like, me and the hairstylist keep talking about food. We like, oh, damn, we mad hungry. Like, we mad hungry, just a McDonald's. Or nobody said anything about food while me and her are talking about how hungry we are. Now we go to the tour bus, and we just sitting on the bus. We just like, yo, like, can somebody come with us to McDonald's? Like, nobody want to walk there by themselves. We take one a man with us. They like, oh, that's mad far. Like, nah, like, where there's a desert, it's scary. I'm like, okay. Nobody said anything about food still. Come to find out, everybody ate. Can you believe that? Everybody ate. Guess what? They all went to a steakhouse. Everybody went to a steakhouse and left me, the hairstylist, and the makeup artist. Everybody went to go get a bite, steak, mashed, cream corn, spinach. And we didn't have anything. We didn't eat at all. We're trying to figure out how to get a McDonald's, and y'all all ate already. Nobody mentioned it. You know why nobody mentioned it? Because it was a secret. It was a secret, and I gagged. One of the things that I have to charge to the game, I guess. I'm like, what? They said, don't say anything. We don't want to make it a problem. All right, I'm not going to say anything. One of the things I'm just going to have to bring up when I'm ready to leave. And that's another thing that I later realized when I reflected on everything, that this girl was really mad at me for saying something about that luggage, bro. She was so mad at me for saying something. Like, she don't want nobody to say nothing to her. Like, she tried to low-key torture me. Like, she was trying to low-key do it. Like, she wasn't trying to do it too much, but she was trying to still, like, show me, like, yeah. And I'm just like, I didn't even know that until I brought all of this up to her. And she showed me that she didn't give a fuck. Girl, fuck you. I was like, oh my God, just went on tour with somebody that hates my guts. Wow. So for you guys that don't know how a tour bus looks, it looks like a slave ship. Very similar to a slave ship. 3 bunks stacked up on top of each other very tightly on each side. Some may have more, but this bus that we was on had 3. And then she has her big room in the back, which I was staying at for the first couple of days until I blew things by saying something about my bag. As an artist, why the hell would I want to leave the venue carrying my bags? We'll never know why she wanted me to look so crazy. We'll never know. Actually, we do know. But yeah. So that's how the bus looks. And while we were in New Orleans, there was another situation where we was on the bus from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Me and the makeup artist, me and the hairstylist, well, all of us, we were told to get on the bus because at this point, Ice doesn't even communicate with me anymore, by the way. She like slowly, gradually stopped talking to me. And that's because I think like she realized that I was like getting cool with the people that worked for her. So now it's like she's kind of like treating me like a worker. But I was so confused. Like, you're not being my friend, so I'm going to make more friends. Like, girl, it's like she wanted me to be miserable and alone, and it just didn't happen because that's not what God had planned for me, boo. So they was told to get on the bus at 9. And nobody tells me anything, so I'm just doing what they said. You know, I don't get no text messages. Like I said, she doesn't tell me nothing. So I get on the bus at 9 a.m. because that's what her manager told them. Her manager doesn't even text me. That's how much I don't get anything told to me. So she was literally the one that was supposed to be talking to me. So I get on the bus at 9, wake up at 2, and we're in the same place. So you can think about it. We're on a slave ship, right? From 9 to 2 p.m. in the same place, thinking that we're moving and that by the time we wake up, we won't even be there anymore. So to find out we're in the same place, it's so crazy. My legs are cramping now. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, niggas is treating us like fucking luggage for real. Like, yeah, let's just throw the luggage on the bus. Like, girl, what? We're humans. Can you tell us that you're not leaving right now? When somebody asks, like, why didn't we leave yet? Because Ice didn't feel like leaving yet. And I'm just like, bro, this is so crazy. I texted her. I was like, hey, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm on the way. I'm like, bro, what? You could have been told niggas not to get on the bus because you're not leaving yet. Y'all go and do something. Y'all walk around, or look around, to travel around, whatever, because we're not leaving yet. But instead, you let us sit up in that tour bus for that long, girl. and you didn't even give a fuck when I told you about doing this. And that shit is what really hurts the most, how much she didn't give a fuck. So I'm actually glad that I didn't say anything during the tour. Let me tell y'all something. The type of person that I am, bro, if I say how I feel, which is this is how the situation in Philly made me feel, and I see that you don't give a fuck, that starts to turn me. So I didn't want to be turned so bad that I spaz on her. I spaz on her. I swing on her. I'm locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even want that to come.
You should have been did that.
Out of this at all. Because the way she goes back and forth and the way she's ready to argue, that's somebody that knows that they got people behind her. Because that mouth would not be running like that 2 years ago. I'll tell you that much. I was going to leave after we was left in the desert and they went to the steakhouse behind our backs. I was going to leave after that. But I'm like, you know what? Let me do the Dallas and Houston show. Let me bring my girl Asian out. Let me make the best out of this situation once again. And that was going to be it. My mom, she wasn't able to make it to the New York show. She comes to Atlanta. She's like, how she's coming to Atlanta because it was my aunt's 70th birthday. And she wanted to see me. So I'm like, damn, I got to do the Atlanta show just for her. Love you, mommy.
Girl. Whew, is we almost done?
And why didn't they tell you? Now we're going to get into the dispute. That ended everything. So I addressed everything to her. I should actually show how I addressed it, because although it was very long, I want you guys to also keep in mind how so close friendships and relationships feel. Like the breakup feels the same. The way you express yourself, it can kind of feel the same as like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is very similar. So when I was explaining everything that I went through, it was a long ass paragraph. And like I was talking to my nigga, like I was breaking everything down because I want you to know exactly how I feel and how it made me feel. Exactly what I went through and how it made me feel. The same, the way you express yourself and everything. So now we're going to get into the dispute that ended everything. So
go like this video.
Yes, I am the leader of the new school. Bring a cut and a whole lot of new bros. Giving the guys to the shit, get the people. This body, this song gets straight through out. No, I don't want to kiki ho. This shit right here on repeat, yo. Not here, one of y'all gonna see me though. In charge of the girls that chi ho. I'm the motherfucking queen of the shit. Who you know, running up the green till it's lit. Throwing ass when the digits turn on my head. So a bitch talk shit, then it shout to the lips, bitch. All my bitches ain't ignorant. All my bitches ain't hella bit. All my bitches ain't in the club, unless you can't handle it. All my bitches ain't ignorant. All my bitches ain't hella bit. All my bitches ain't in the club.
I addressed everything to her. I should actually show how I addressed it, because although it was very long, I want you guys to also keep in mind how so close friendships and relationships feel. Like the breakup feels the same. The way you express yourself, it can kind of feel the same as like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is very similar. So when I was explaining everything that I went through, it was a long ass paragraph. And like I was talking to my nigga, like I was breaking everything down because I want you to know exactly how I feel and how it made me feel. Exactly what I went through and how it made me feel. I want you to understand it. And I also want you to put yourself in my shoes and ask yourself if you would even go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because people fail to realize that she skipped a very important part in her career, which was the grind. She barely had to do that. And that's okay. Some people are lucky. And we're going to call it luck. We're not going to call it her being blessed, because I don't think the Lord will bless somebody like her.
That's where y'all go wrong. That's where y'all have it wrong. Good things happen to bad people all the time, and bad things happen to good people all the time. So people do receive blessings, and people do get lucky, and serendipitous events do happen. But I mean, good things happen to bad people all the time.
Her soul it doesn't belong to the person above. She is very dark and very soulless. And I've never been around this girl for more than 10 hours. Anytime I hung out with her, it was something very small, a small gathering, a small event. It was
She says, and I pulled up to every video shoot, any event, anything she was having because I looked at her as a friend until I started realizing it wasn't reciprocated. That's why I didn't go to her last video shoot.
Video shoots, you know what I'm saying? It never was chilling in the crib, face not done, chilling. You get what I'm saying? Like on some real friend shit. That's why I kind of got annoyed when a lot of people thought we was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, but it was like, we were still cool. Like that was still my girl, bro. So it was just her energy. I got to witness this very firsthand. I was around her every day, 24/7. I mean, not all the time, because she would go straight to the back into that room. And when I would see her, like at the venue and whatever, because after the Philly situation, I barely saw her. She was dark. She just, oh my God, like it's even scary to talk about. Like, bro, that girl, she needs to be saved. Like, I don't know if she was always like that, if it's Hollywood, but Hollywood never changed me. Like, Hollywood never changed me. But Nikki was very, very correct when she said, ain't no friends in the game. Ain't no friends in the game. But me thinking like, oh, like I was cool with Ice like before all of this, da 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 da. I didn't think like she was gonna be a weirdo over time. Like that shit was crazy. So when I told her about everything, she literally turned around. Like when I say everything, I told her everything. I'm gonna put it in the screenshot. Honestly, it felt like it could have been a miscommunication here. She winds up telling me that she told her manager, basically after the Philly situation, she told her manager to tell my manager that I'm going to need to get my own room. What I was confused on is that I told you how I felt in Philly, but it's always like that. It's Hollywood.
Because you know we're going to have to read this. Okay, so she says, thanks for bringing me on tour. It was an interesting experience. I will say overall, you could have been a better host. It was beginning to feel like I asked you to come and not the other way around. Ends never checked on me, not once, because I was told I was going to be with you. And gradually it started feeling like Khadijah invited me. I wasn't even that close to her before this. And I was going to leave as soon as you told me to get my own room, because I was under the impression I wasn't paying for hotel rooms. And even if it came down to you wanting to be with your man, the least Ends could have did was accommodate me, since I'm already not getting paid. I didn't even feel not already not getting paid. Okay. I didn't even feel welcome, but yeah, she convinced me to stay, and that's why I pulled through the whole ish. And I know you're going to say some ish to invalidate how I feel, but bro, put yourself in my shoes real quick. Your friend invites you somewhere and you say you're going to be with them, and all of a sudden it changes. How you not communicate anything? Because no shade, you gave me 1 day to prepare for a month tour. I ain't know I was about to pay for several hotels. You just said it out of nowhere. It's like you just expected me to know everything was going to be turned around. The bag situation gagged me alone, because why would you as a friend not want to make sure I'm not carrying big bags while leaving the venue as an artist and friend that you invited, since you was acting like you ain't understand where I was coming from? Almost left again when Ends went to a steakhouse while we was in the middle of West Bubble and ain't even invite anyone, knowing damn well there was no Uber Eats or food in the area whatsoever. Then the fact everybody was acting like they didn't eat, like it was really a secret. But I paid it. Then I almost left again when y'all had us on the bus at 9 to 2, just in one place, because Ice didn't feel like leaving yet. And nobody even communicated that. I don't know if he was in some weird mood the entire time, but don't invite me to no ish like this ever again if it's just going to make me feel unwelcome. It did not give I miss you come on tour with me. Like, I was just mad confused. You would have known that if you checked on your friend one time during this whole thing. Let me even stop saying friend, because they do not give that at all with the way you be moving sometimes. But in conclusion, I'm not mad. I just wanted to let you know where things left off at. But have fun in Miami. Oh my God, that's mad long. I don't even care. So Ice then says, nah, you're mad ungrateful, but I expect that by now. Even James said it. Not even going to explain myself. Also, didn't know you was on the bus right now. You really stayed at ATI. I feel like this is a cover up. You need to communicate with your managers more because they said they didn't have a problem getting your room. My fault for inviting you. And then look at your tweets. Cover up what, girl? You must have read that with your eyes closed. I literally broke down. Wait, come on now. I literally broke down mad. I literally broke down mad events that had me feeling unwelcome, and you talk about some ungrateful. You think you're a fairy godmother? You think you're a fairy? You think you're a fairy godmother? No. You think you're a fairy godmother, bro? Calm down. The only reason why I'm saying any of this is because I thought we was friends, and I thought you would make sure I'm good when I need it. God, I thought you would make sure. Not it moved again. I thought you would make sure I'm good when needed. Niggas didn't even let me bring an assistant. Please, talking about some James said it. Thanks for letting me know. You thought I was just going to be happy because I'm on tour with you, bro. I'm still a human being with mental health. If I feel like I'm not being treated right, then everything else is getting canceled. There's times where everybody will order food, ask me what I want, and then ends with show me that they can't buy me food and I'm not a part of budget. Like, what the F? Why bring me to exclude me out of ish? Like, am I a part of the tour or no? Bro, mad, dumb ish happened. I'm not even going to say ish anymore because you and this ungrateful ish be blowing me. You got the wrong person. I don't care about ish if I'm not being treated right, trying to holler at you. Oh, I'm going to holler at you. Then I says, did you stay at ATL? And she says yes. And I says, your fave eater must be out there. Yes, girl, boo. You wanted to be in DJ room all day sleeping. You so incredibly ungrateful and needy. It's insane. Everybody is grinding. You must think I'm a robot. I'm also a human and you're not my responsibility. I don't know why you act like this for real. It's just sad. Where the F was you going to put your assistant? What? Bye, Cleo. I mean, I agree with that. You don't know how many times Ins ordered food and didn't tell me, like, nah, no way, this is really how you felt, and didn't speak up. And what did I say the entire time? Cleo says, bet, LMAO, to call me needy as an artist is mad funny. Ice says, why Cash not on by bus if he the opener? Whatever. Since I'm so terrible to you, stop being my friend. I don't give a F. I know you don't. That's my point. So why come? Mind you, staying in Deeja's room that I'm paying for, acting like Ends had you on the street begging for food. Then that ish Yachty was talking about. That ish that Yachty was talking about. What the F are you talking about? Talking about this with what James said. This is what Yachty was talking, girl. Should I get a second opinion from everybody? Let me know. So this is her. This is Cleo now threatening Ice that she's going to expose this. Didn't you already get second opinions from Deeja? And Cleo says, I'm talking to you and you keep talking about what somebody else said like they know what I'm talking about. Didn't I just tell you I did? Girl, my man is F in New York. Stop playing with my head top and stop speaking on my BF. I'm entitled because I want somebody to bring my bag to the car that who brought it out. Like, what the F? Is that serious? A bag wanting my suitcase to be brought back to the car along with your stuff makes me entitled? Shut the F up. I'm convinced you just want to use certain words, or maybe you just learned it yesterday, but it's giving entitled about wanting my suitcase. It's nothing. It's so many words, y'all. Y'all know I turned dyslexic. It's nothing entitled about wanting my suitcase brought to the effing car if we're going to go to the same place. You so selfish. It's mad funny. You can't even see someone else's point of view. I says, we'll just say that story for another day. And then she posted, she posted her Twitter and said, for when you drop a single, right? Ooh. And then Cleo says, girl, how about today? Because you ran to unfollow me off everything so your fans can come and start tagging me in ish. And you already know I'm not going to stay quiet when they start commenting on my stuff. Like, stop talking to me, bro, because I came to you on some respectful ish. Because I ain't going to do it while being on tour. That wasn't the time or the place. B told me to go to hell after all that, okay? I says, you would the opposite of respectful. You going to act like you ain't trying to call me dumb, saying I just learned words. You disrespected me first by bringing up my boyfriend, da-da-da-da. Ice says, enjoy your story time. Cleo says, enjoy being friendless. Ice says enjoy being careerless. Cleo says, mind you, two completely different things, but I guess that was in the drafts because you wear it like that. Ice says, you think you the only B I was friends with, entitled loser that thinks the world revolves around them. Cleo says, how the F can I think the world revolves around me after everything I just said I went through? And I'm still not saying anything crazy. Everything you saying just proves how genuinely weird you are. Ice says, you said enjoy being friendless. You thought you ate that. What the F does that make you? Cleo says, and let me clock this quick. Nothing about me giving careerless just because you... Okay, at this point, I don't care what Cleo's saying. Ice said they go hand in hand. You wouldn't know. Cleo says, girl, to you have a different definition of everything in your head. Ice says, mind you, you was my childhood friend on the Europe leg. College's friends on a US leg, and your bum ass who I thought was a friend as well. Oh, mind you, I was with my childhood friend on the Europe leg, college's friends on the US leg, and your bum a who I thought was a friend as well. So when did it get friendless? Then Cleo says, now I'm a bum ish. LMFAO, I'm out. Ice says, bum A, yes, crying about a hotel room. Then Cleo starts going off about how she should have just communicated, how Ice should have just communicated because she wouldn't have gone knowing if she was going to be paying for a hotel in every city. If I knew, I would have made the decision not to come. And it's not about being a bum. It's about putting myself first. You dumb hoe, it's my money. Listen. Now let me let her speak so we can hear what she was saying during all of that.
Over time, like that shit was crazy. So when I told her about everything, she literally turned around. Like when I say everything, I told her everything. I'm gonna put it in the screenshot. Honestly, it felt like it could have been a miscommunication here. She winds up telling me that she told her manager, basically after the Philly situation, she told her manager to tell my manager that I'm going to need to get my own room. What I was confused on is that I told you how I felt in Philly, but you couldn't tell me how you felt in Philly. And that's why we weren't really friends. That's how I realized that we weren't really friends, because you can't even speak up to me, but had the audacity to say that I didn't say.
Cleo, you didn't speak up to her not one time. I just listen. Was Cleo treated horribly? Yes, she was. I just feel like Cleo is missing a part of the story. I feel like there's a part of the story that's missing. I do. And God know I'm always right. I feel like there's a chunk of the story that's missing. And honestly and truly, I'm not even gonna wait till the end of all of this. I'm gonna just say it now. What this is given, because I know Cleo keeps trying to say, oh, I'm an artist. Girl, scratch all of that. What it's given is two girls that went on vacation. One had more money. One promised that they was going to cover the other girl. And then if I feel like those two girls got into, like, imagine Natalie and Scotty go on vacation, right? And we've literally seen this happen. Natalie and Scotty go on vacation. We know that Natalie has more money than Scotty. Scotty says, girl, I ain't got no outfits. I ain't got no money. This is last minute. Because, Natalie looking for a +1 to hurry up and come with her. And then Natalie's like, girl, don't worry about that. You already know I'm a millionaire. I got you. You can wear some of my stuff. Girl, I'm good. We good. Then what happens is they go on vacation. Now, granted, Natalie can start feeling herself. And then we get around a group of guys. Now you want to show off. Now you want to trick off, show that you got money, this, that, and the third. But also a likely scenario that could happen is that those two get into it. Natalie and Scotty, they get into it. And then now Natalie feels like, girl, I brought you on this tour, but now figure it out yourself. Because absolutely not. Absolutely not. I brought you on vacation, but figure it out yourself. Because since you want to disrespect me and I'm doing for you, figure it out yourself. And I feel like, because I can see both situations happening. Okay, it's not unheard of that girls get together and get into arguments, or girls get together and you have one girl that's feeling herself too much. That's not unheard of. We see Natalie treat Scotty like crap all the time. So I'm not saying that Ice isn't being Natalie in this situation and treating Cleo like she's Scotty. I'm not saying, like, that's very, very possible. However, what's also very possible is that Cleo and Ice could have got into a situation, and because of that situation, Ice then gave Cleo her ass to kiss and was just like, well, you already on the tour now, so it's just like, whatever. Like, the people already know that you coming. You had already said that you was coming, but handle your own stuff now, because you done pissed me off. You on my nerves real bad. And the reason why I say this is because y'all know that I mean, first of all, it's what I feel. It's what I feel. And my gut is what I feel. I feel like there's a part of the story that's missing. And I feel like that part is probably not going to be brought up, because most times when people tell stories, they tell a parts of the story that make them look the best. And I feel like that chunk of the story might incriminate Cleo a little bit more. But I feel like there could have been some type of argument or something that happened that she's missing out on, that she's not bringing up. Because I just don't understand how you was a doormat that entire time. It doesn't. Cleo never gave doormat. She never gave. And I understand that love makes us do some crazy things, you know, especially when it comes to DICK. I get that. And friendships, I get that. But like, Cleo don't give that she about to just keep getting, like, the way she's saying she was treated, which I do believe she was treated that. I'm not negating that. But you're not speaking up. It very much is given. I already been peeped your energy. I've been peeped your vibe. I mean, hell, they from New York. So come on now. Come on now. You're not going to tell me from one New York chick to another. It very much is like, I feel like it gave, I've been peeped your vibe. I've been peeped your energy and what type of time you was on. And I saw you moving weird. But at the same time, at the end of that, I know this can help benefit me. But don't worry. Let you get out of pocket or wait till the end of this experience. I'm going to tell the world. I'm going to tell the world. Especially if I confront you, I'm going to give you one last chance by confronting you and asking you, are we good? Because if we not, boom, I'm telling it to the world. It's given. I saw what Storme did. I'm taking a page out of that. And I'm going to almost kind of like manipulate or blackmail you almost. Like, if you don't tell me what I need to hear for my security, so I'm not insecure about the situation, like, if you don't come and fix our friendship, then I'm exposing you. But it's given, you already knew that when you went on the tour, or at least at some point on the tour, you already knew that, Cleo. That's why I can't just sit and be like, oh my God, poor is Cleo. No, because what benefit was there to Cleo staying if she was not getting paid, if she had to promote herself, if she going on while the janitors is folding up chairs? Like, where's the benefit? Where's the benefit? So I feel like something else happened, because again, it was Mercury retrograde was going back and forth between Virgo and Leo, and it was also squaring Uranus, which brought up a whole bunch of plot twists. So if this situation happened for Cleo, then something happened for what you call her. Actually, let me see if I can find her natal chart. Rise on Virgo. Yep. Uh-huh. I don't even know if that's her I don't even know if that's her what you call it, if that's her accurate time. Let's assume that that's her accurate time. Let me take y'all off the screen for a second, because I don't want none of my information to pop up. Child. Bronx. Let me see. January 1st, 2000, 9:55. Bronx. So maybe do you wanna dance? Dance. January 1st, 2000. Bronx. Okay, and so we just gonna say Bronx again. And what was it, 9:55? Let me go ahead and put Ice up on the screen. What happened? What happened? Okay. Because I just want to see where she was getting affected. Okay, so she had Mercury going through her 1st and her 12th house. And Uranus was in her 9th. Okay. I mean, I can see kind of why. Maybe she would have been in a dark place at that time. Because the 12th house really is about like the unconscious and hidden realms and, you know, deep rooted fears and stuff like that. You know, having Mercury retrograde through her 12th house and her 1st house. Well, more so the 12th house. You know, a lot of trauma was brought up, you know, a lot of transformation, things you've gone through, the relationships that you've built. Okay. All right, because I don't want to do no deep dive. I just wanted to see if there was anything that, again, I don't know if that's her birth time or whatever. But I mean, listen. I say all of that to say everybody was going through something in August. August was a horrible fucking month for a lot of people. It's so much that happened with me. So much. Okay, so much. But everybody went through something horrible. And a lot of people, you know, went through breakups and endings and new beginnings that they did not see coming. So, I mean, this was something that the universe wanted. Y'all were not supposed to be friends. But honestly and truly, in my heart of hearts, I feel like this was just two friends, quote unquote friends, that had a friendship falling out. And it just so happened that they were artists. I feel like take out the fact that they was on tour and it was a tour bus. I feel like I've heard this exact same situation. Just swap it out with Miami or a girls trip or the Caribbean somewhere. Honestly and truly. Honestly and truly. At some point, I do believe that Ice was feeling herself. I most definitely do. Everything that Cleo said was happening, her not getting, I believe every single thing that Cleo was saying. I just feel as though she's not telling everything. I feel as though that might be her perception of what happened. But yeah, it's just giving two people that fell out. And then you start thinking about all the times that they like, because that's what you do. You go through a relationship breakup or a friendship breakup, and then it makes you start questioning everything. And then you like, well, damn, did you care then? Did you give an F this time? Oh, what about this time when we got a tour? Were you doing it? Like, that's what you start doing. So I understand why this is Cleo's perception of this now. But at the same time, I don't feel bad because you had plenty of times to speak up and you didn't. There was plenty of red flags from the get-go. Like the fact that you even went on the tour and you thought this was supposed to be some type of apology. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. And I do believe that Cleo, well, I don't know. Because if I'm to believe that Ice did say, oh, okay, girl, everything's going to be taken care of, and then things weren't taken care of, I feel like something had to happen. I feel like there's something there, something there. Either that's not what happened, and you just got overzealous and jumped at the fact that you was going on tour with her, and then realized it was a decision that you made that you should have never made. So either you're stretching the truth with that part, or something else happened. Because how do we go from, oh, everything's gonna be taken care of, into boom? Not saying it's not possible, because we see people like Natalie throw their money around all the time just to say that people are using them, or everybody want what you got, or oh, it's so hard being a boss. It's not impossible at all. At all. I'm just saying that I personally, what my intuition is telling me, there's more to the story. There's more. Let me see. We got a part 6.
So it's not even about so hilarious to you, especially. So it's not even about not. So it's not even about not. It's not even about being scared to say it to her. It's about being scared to see your reaction in person. Like your reaction would have led to something bad. And I wouldn't even have been able to say everything that I just said. You would have cut me off. But the fact that I said so much and all you had to say was that somebody was ungrateful, you just wanted all of this to be a reason to call somebody ungrateful. You wanted all of this so that when something was to happen or you was to mistreat me, it was like, girl, look at all I did for you. You mad ungrateful. Like, girl, just because you gave somebody an opportunity doesn't mean you have to treat them like shit. And I could tell that everything that was happening with management or production, that was all from your mouth, is what I'm now coming to understand. That you was the one behind the scenes making sure that Cleo don't get no chicken salad, or make sure she don't get no room, make sure Cleo not in my room. Like, but how you gonna tell me I'm gonna be with you? That doesn't make any sense. So if you were so mad about the bag situation in Philly, why didn't you just straight up tell me, bro, this tour shit is not gonna work out? That's what you should have just said. But since you,
and that's also what you could have said. That's also what you could have said. I do believe that Ice was going behind her back and doing that. I do. I 100% believe that, but that's also what you could have said. It's giving y'all two didn't really mess with each other like that. It's giving y'all was using each other. And now, because we know that Ice is most hated, we know that a lot of people are checking the fact that Ice and Nikki don't mess around with each other. They don't fool with each other like that no more. And the baby Storme situation, how can we pivot? How can we flip this? But you knew you wasn't rocking with that girl. Even you said you let the public run with the narrative that y'all was besties, and y'all wasn't besties like that. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not like, I know people rush to protect people when they hear stuff and let's rally around the victim. And you know what a person has gone through can still be said, but we can also call out a person being dumb and showing where they could have had some type of accountability and responsibility. And it's given two friends that weren't really friends. Y'all weren't necessarily frenemies, but y'all used each other. And I'm saying this from experience because I've had and have people in my life like that, where it's like, I know if something was to truly, truly happen to me, that person is not about to be on my emergency contact list. That's not somebody that I would call. Or, you know, if I'm getting married, I mean, you might show up to the reception, you know, because you get the party with, but then at the same time, you know, you might get too drunk and then make it all about you. Like you understand what I'm saying? It's like you have people in your life for different reasons. And even if you wanted it to be more, secretly wanted it to be more with Ice, because she did mention like she had never been around Ice for more than 10 hours a day. So right there should have told you something. And again, I feel like that was the lesson of the Mercury retrograde in August for Cleo, to realize how she bends and conforms in relationships. I wouldn't even be surprised if she said she was like a rising Aquarius or rising Capricorn. But that was probably her lesson to figure out, you know, how she, you know, turns into a pretzel for other people and how she gets walked over into the. But you knew y'all wasn't that close. You knew that the public was running with a narrative. And now this makes me question you even more, Cleo, because then what was all of that about Ice Spice on the Impact New York? Because she was a part of your storyline on that show, at least from the episodes I saw. So I'm sorry, it's given two people that saw a way to benefit from each other for whatever reasons and got together. And maybe you wanted more at some point in time. And yes, you still, even with the tour situation, seeing how this person dogged you out, you still could have been like, I want more. Like, I'm gonna keep it so real with y'all. Like I said, I definitely have a few people like that in my life. And there's one person in particular, because I had cut everybody off in June, right? But we just gonna say some stuff happened during the summer. If you know, you know. And long story short, I invited a person back into my life. And it's somebody who at one point I would have loved to be like the best of friends with. But I need to know I can only use you as far as I can throw you, because that's the same thing that you're doing for me. I mean, that you're doing with me, right? It's like okay, even though I have fun with this person, we get drunk, this, that, and the third. I noticed that when we go out, you don't ever want to buy liquor. You don't ever want to buy shots and da-da-da-da. You want to drink off of mine. Or if we in an Uber in a cab, you acting like you trying to pay and go have, and then all of a sudden you ain't got it and da-da-da-da. Like, I've been peep game on that. So anytime that I now call you around or you call me around, I already got it in my head what type of time you on, and I already got a specific box for you within my life, and I only F with you at an arm's length. And anything more than that will now be my fault, because the universe has already shown me. I've already seen what you're about. So if I start tripping and start daydreaming and fantasizing, thinking that we more than what we actually is, or hoping that we can be more than, then that's all on me. I should already know by now to take anything that you say with a grain of salt. And I feel like that's how Cleo should have been moving with Ice. I don't care what anybody says. That's how she should have been moving. And this is why stuff like this keeps happening to people in everyday life, because we focus on all the other stuff versus what the actual lesson is, because nobody's interested in learning the lesson, because everybody's too busy being a motherfucking victim. A lot of bad stuff happened to Cleo throughout this month. And a lot of it was more than likely at the hands of Ice. Okay, but what do we do now? Because if you're not learning a lesson, then you are liable to go through this in the next situation or with the next person. And they ain't even got to be in the industry. And everybody that's listening to this can look at their life in August and just think about the lessons that you were forced to learn in August. What came up? It's going to be more lessons that come up when we go through this eclipse in the next few weeks.
Since you didn't say that, and I just got a hint of just weirdness, I took a step back and just made the opportunity what I could make it. But it wasn't genuine at all. Nothing that you do is genuine. Everything is calculated. Like I said, I was the token black friend. You didn't have your other best friend around because you said that she didn't match your aesthetic. Like, there's something very wrong with somebody that is only friends with somebody for their aesthetic. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I should have never let you take my swag. I should have never even gave you a piece of it, because Lord knows that you was wearing bodysuits and Jordans when you first came out. Now all of a sudden it's mini skirts, it's little dresses and big chunky boots. Like, girl, that's me. And I let you have it because I thought we was friends. But boo, you're gonna have to give it back and figure something out now, because I don't like what I did not like that.
I need to screen record that. That's a meme.
At all. But you know what I'm initially going to do? Charge it to the game and let everybody know what type of human being you are. Because it's not even like what type of girl you are, what type of human being you are. You're not a girl's girl. You're not for the girls at all.
All of this is uncomfortable. Because, girl, okay, y'all not friends. Move on. Y'all not friends. Move on. But I'm still not buying the whole token black friend thing. Like, even though on one hand, like I said, because I see all the time the way that the black community does people that are light-skinned or that are biracial. I say, like, it's been like that's been the topic of conversation for the longest. What is Ice? Is she black? Is she this? Is she that? And like, and we're not going to sit and act like it don't happen. We're not going to sit and act like it don't happen. Every day people be treating Saweetie like trash, but then go and uplift a Sexy Red. Or y'all will shit on Saweetie and Ice Spice, but then be like, Flo Milli is better. Flo Milli is better. And it's just like, girl, support both. Stop trying to turn this into a color or race war. Like, support all of them. Just go like who you like without trying to put somebody else down. So I see the way that it happens, and I'm not saying that I don't, because people are friends with people for an aesthetic all the time for a look. And it is effed up. It is, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, for me personally, listen, I love all human beings. I am somebody who's a humanitarian. But one thing I'm not about to be friends with, one thing I'm not about to do is be friends with trans women. That's just not I've tried it before. I don't like it. I don't like it. I could be cool with you. I'll say hi in person, but I don't even too much want to be around other trans women because I don't know how they moving. I don't get down like the T.S. Madisons out there. That's like my dick, my dick, my dick. That's not cute to me. That's not cute to me because when I'm out in public, motherfuckers see a woman. They see a woman because I carry myself as such. And I never know what type of woman I'm gonna get when it comes to trans women. So I don't like to be around other trans girls like that. I don't. Nothing but cattiness, nothing but drama. I've had trans friends in the past and it was nothing but cattiness and drama. And then it just be too much. So for me, that would be me curating my aesthetic, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be friends with women all day. But trans women, no, not necessarily for my own personal reasons. I'm just not, So that's it's curating my aesthetic, and we all do that in some type of form. Okay, that don't mean that you hate a person or, it just means you have your thing, and you can respect the person, but you can respect them from a different a distance. I need to see examples of her being a token Black friend. I need to see examples because that's a strong statement to make. And that's why I don't like stuff like this, because you are insinuating that this girl is a colorist or racist. And just by saying some of the stuff that you're saying, oh, as a Black woman, and and I'm the token for in 2024, I feel like if people are going to be able to come out and say stuff like that, there has to be proof. Because that's so damaging to people's reputation. And I don't feel like people need to just be able to say whatever and get away with it, especially when the lie is always going to be more entertaining than the truth. Bad things happen to good people all the goddamn time. And it's not always because of something that you can use to start up a movement. And I don't like when people weaponize things about them like that. I don't. Like, imagine if I really walked around like, oh yeah, it's because I'm BBW. Oh yeah, it's because I'm plus size. Oh yeah, it's because I'm trans. Oh yeah, it's because I'm LGBTQ. Like, that's not the reason for everything. So I need to see some solid proof of that, because everything else to me it just sounds like two people that were friends, but friends with benefits when it was beneficial. And maybe one person realized way later on that that's all it was. But everything Cleo was saying, it's reminding me of friendships that I've had where I realized, oh, I'm a better friend to you than you are to me. Oh, you're not really my friend. You don't really mess with me like that. Oh, you only invite me out because I'm the friend with money. I'm the friend that always got the liquor and bring the party. And when I come, the nigga's going to be out. Because I definitely have friends like that. What? Well, let me say this. Because there will definitely be people who will befriend you because they see that you get a lot of attention. And it's like, I know that you a hoe. And you be drunk. And we be having a good time. And so I don't really rock with you like that. But I know you bring the niggas. And something could probably go down if I bring you out, because I know somehow, somewhere you're gonna end up with a nigga by the end of the night, and I'm gonna probably be able to watch, or I'm gonna probably be able to join in, or I'm gonna probably be able to get their friend. Like, people have hidden agendas all the time. And could Ice have been the one with more of the agenda? Most definitely. Just like she also could now be feeling herself because she didn't have to grind. She got to Taylor Swift and Nicki like boom right off the gate. All of that is very much true. The part about this that I just don't like is the automatically jumping past all of that and just regular friendship themes to now trying to turn this into a racism or colorism conversation. I don't like that. Like, girl, y'all had a regular friendship fallout. This is no different than a Miami vacation. And at some point you realized, even though it was too late, you realized that she ain't rock with you like that. And then you knew that you was going to come and tell this story to the world. You even said it to Ice directly. You said, oh, okay, so should I just take this story to everybody? And Ice said, good luck with that story time. So it's like you knew what you were planning to do. And then eventually within this part 6, you just said that you realized early on that she was moving weird. but you said, let me just stick it out and da 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 da. I'll say something later. So it's like, let's focus on that. Let's focus on that.
Or you're not. That's why you barely have any friends, and that's why you most definitely don't have any black friends. Never seen any black girl around her. And the black friend that you did have exposed you. But I'm doing this shit a little differently.
Storme is weird though. Storme is weird. Stormy's a weirdo. And I mean that in two ways, because I love weirdos. Like, I love my little goth kids and emo hot topic kids. So she's weird in that way, but like she's actually weird. That little breakdown she had, yeah.
Because I want people to actually feel it. I want people to actually feel it. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all can still support her and y'all can still love her down. Y'all could do everything. But let me tell y'all what y'all not going to do. Don't disrespect me behind her. Don't disrespect me behind her, because I was nothing but a good friend to her. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all didn't even like the way how this girl dressed when she first came out. Come on, Y2K. I had a Y2K party in 2021 that I didn't even know Ice in 2021. She said,
mind you, when we became friends, she told me that she wanted to go to my Y2K party when I didn't even know her. So Euban was trying to get next to this careerless bum.
Me when we first, let's talk about the first time we met, because it's really gaggy to me that all of a sudden I'm the bum and I'm careerless. When we first met, you told me that it was a full circle moment. How can I turn into a careerless bum because of a whole
She's talking about you now, not then. She's talking about you now, girl. Not saying I agree, but she's talking about you now.
Room that you didn't tell me that I was gonna pay for. That's my fucking money. That's my money. If I want to use what I use my money for, is what I want to use my money for, and there's plenty of it. It's plenty of it, girl. It's plenty of it. So I should come out of pocket thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for somebody that's not even trying to promote me being on her tour. The only thing you wanted to promote was that you was giving somebody an opportunity. Like, oh yeah, Cleo posted it, so everybody knows that. Da da da. Like, bro, you did not want to shine any sort of light on me. And when you shined a light, you dimmed it. And you made sure you dimmed it down. You dimmed it down. And you made sure those speakers on that stage was not even loud. You made sure of it every time. Every time. And it was such a learning experience, bro. Nobody had any idea what I was going through before I even got on that stage. And even when I got off that stage, it's like I couldn't even go into her room when I was done performing. When I was done performing, I had nowhere to go, because when I come to the room, it's, I don't want nobody in her room right now. Like, damn, bro. It's like she treating niggas like they her fans. Like, I thought we was sissies. Like, what's going on? Why niggas can't go inside your room? I know what's going on. You want to exercise your power. You want to show that this is your shit. You run this shit. This is your show. I understood that already when I came on tour. And I understood that. But you wanted to make me feel that. Like, that's the sick part about everything. That you wanted to make me feel less than. You didn't even tell anybody on that tour. I bet you didn't. Make sure Cleo's good. Make sure anything Cleo wants she get. Or make sure Cleo's good. Make sure Cleo's good. I didn't even get that vibe. And when I spoke out on it, I got called a careerless bum. I'm never going to be anything. Da, 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 da. I'm a bum. I'm crying about a hotel room. Like, bro, is that the only thing that I spoke about in the paragraph, bro, that I wrote you? Is that the only thing that I spoke about in these videos? So the fact that you would even think that that's what all of this is about just goes to show how much of a corny individual you are. And you couldn't wait for the opportunity to try to call me a bum. You couldn't wait to try to speak down on me, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you was watching since high school. You told me it was a full circle moment meeting me, bro. Meeting me, being in the same car as me. Like, you could not believe it. You were so gagged. But now your head is so big, you don't even know where you came from. Aren't you from the gutter? Aren't you a Bronx bitch from the gutter, bro? Aren't you from the gutter, bro? So the audacity for somebody that said that they was in the mall looking for a jobs anywhere, they was about to crash out, they needed a job ASAP before you blew up, and you're gonna go and try to call somebody a bum? I always had bread, and not because I'm some scammer or da-da-da. I always been a go-getter. I'm Nigerian. I'm the real Nigerian. I come from money. You see that green and that white? That's what I come from. I come from money, bro, because I have a hustler mentality. I've never been in a pickle where I'm like, oh, how am I going to get bread? How am I gonna get... You was in a pickle before Drake reposted your video. That's how you went crazy. That's how you went viral. You was in a pickle, bro. You was in a pickle. I will never talk down on any of my friends. There's so many of my friends that I make more money than. I would never, ever say nothing like that because I'm comfortable at the end of the day. I got my 2023 car. I got a nice-ass crib. I pay like 3 bands for. Every month, I'm good. I got to be making some sort of bread to be paying that kind of rent. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. To try to belittle me because I'm just trying to tell you how your tour made me feel, it's so... It was all calculated. It was all calculated. It was all calculated. It was never genuine, and you just could not wait to talk to me like that. I called her on the phone after that conversation because I really wanted to know, is this really her? I was so gagged. I'm like, is this really her? She got on the phone like, what? I'm like, bro, look how you talking to me. You're not even talking to me like you was my friend. Like, and I didn't record that conversation. I don't do shit like that. Look how you talking to me like you was never even my friend, bro. She's just like, bro, this is why you're never gonna be anywhere. This is why you're never gonna get nowhere. Mind you, compare me from 2018 to now, because I started making videos in 2018. If I was a careerless bum, why would you even bring me on tour? Why would you even tell me to come out with you a day after I met you to come on streaming, to come on Kai Sanai stream? Why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? Exactly, bro. It's just that now you feel like since you up, let me talk down on her. Let me make her feel like shit. Because you was already doing that behind the scenes. But now I got you in 4K trying to treat me like I'm less than. It's so hilarious to me. It's so hilarious to me. Ask me how far I think you're gonna get. With that personality, which is you don't have one.
She might get extremely far. That's the gag.
With the way you act, with the way you move, you are a soulless individual. You are really demonic. You have a very demonic vibe to you, especially with the way I was seeing you every day, the way you mope around, and you just like, if your makeup artist is not bringing that wing and making it pick up your eye, you are dead. You really look dead. You really look dead. And I'm going to keep it a beam with you.
Look at this.
Okay. I mean, listen. I mean, listen, what is there to say? What is there to say? And not her gaining. She just gained 3,000 followers just that quick. In the span of me doing this video, she gained 3,000 followers. Listen. Who the F did I go on tour with?
That was too good. Let's get the dove. Thank you. Thank you. Nobody said anything about food still. Come to find out, everybody ate.
Oh, he is beautiful.
Cleotrapa is speaking on her experience with.
Okay, he is beautiful.
Cleotrapa.
What's going on? What is going on? He a little cutie. I bet you he like 4'3" though.
Cleotrapa.
I mean, the Ice Spice is fine. Let's see if Ice responded.
Talking about right now, what? That is crazy to me, bro. That's so crazy to me. Like, you really gonna be friends with somebody for 2 years, but the whole time you feel like they soulless and dark? Like, you sound dumb as hell, bitch. If anything, we both need saving. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like we was at the movie theaters. We was siphoning. Bitch, you not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much fucking food, you fucking vacuum, that the server was like, where did the food go? Like, stop it, right?
Okay. Okay. Is this AI? This gotta be AI.
Right now. You talking about some, she ain't let me to the back of her room on her tour bus. She had this big ass room. Bitch, can I play with my pussy one time in my bed?
That's gotta be AI.
Time? Like, damn, you want to sleep in my bed every day? That's crazy to me. Anyways, yeah, I'm about to actually go to sleep for.
What is going on?
Ice Spice, let everybody know who she stand with by the end of that prayer.
Praying because I'm trying to show up for Ice Spice like I'm a Christian. No, I'm just no. I'm gonna just say this prayer so the Lord can protect us as we go through the rest of the night and the rest of our careers. So everybody hold hands. Hold hands, hold hands. Lord, thank you so much for bringing this amazing group together right now with this amazing stream and our amazing teams, Lord. We are all from the same place and we are all trying to get to the same place, which is the top. And we all want to experience different things in our lives, chat. So thank you so much for bringing all of us together. And I pray that you allow us to grow on other people, on each other. And I pray that you allow us to reach any measures in this life and just watch over us daily. You bless us. You allow us to bless other people with our work and our amazing craft. And you help us enjoy this night. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen. Listen, we get a bottle of rose. Listen, shout out.
Or like.
That was weird. That was very weird.
What's up?
That was very weird. Not the 333 though. Everybody say, hey, spirit. Go to the website. I just renewed it. Go to the website, thealaddinSouls.com to purchase a reading. I mean, it could be something satanic and demonic going on there. I don't even have the energy to get into that now. But I remember around Super Bowl, we was talking about that when she was at that game with Taylor Swift. I forgot what exactly happened. I think it was a necklace she was wearing or something like that. You know, that's a whole other layer to it as well. But I don't really want to go into that and relate it to, because that's a whole other conversation that I don't feel like is necessarily. I mean, it might play a part, but I feel like that's just a whole other conversation. At the end of the day, I feel like it's just a friendship thing between Cleo and Ice was clearly a trash friend. Very clearly a trash friend that was using Cleo. And I think after some point in time, Cleo saw that she was being used and said, okay, I'm gonna use back.
Or like they're not getting exactly what they want out of a situation the way that they want it. You know what I mean? It's like that's when they decide to crash out every single time. Like I'm noticing a pattern, bro. And the shit is sad because I genuinely was trying to help her. Like, I'm like, yo, do you want to just come on this tour? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just like join. Like mad last minute type shit. What had actually happened is that we added another tour bus. So I'm like, now we have extra room. We have extra bunks. So I'm like, oh, let me see if Cleo wants to come.
Oh, wait, this is on YouTube. So let's go and get the YouTube. You a vacuum. You a vacuum.
Living with opioid addiction.
Damn, you want to sleep in my bed every like you ate so much food. You
check this out. Wait a minute.
talking about some she ain't let me to the back of her room on her tour bus. She had this big Can I play with my pussy one time? In my bed one time? Like, damn, you want to sleep in my bed every day? That's crazy to me.
No, what's crazy is she said she didn't leave her. She didn't.
Yeah, I know this is not funny. Crashing out is sad, you guys. Like, the scary part of fame, honestly, is the moment that somebody feels like they can no longer use your platform, or like they're not getting exactly what they want out of a situation the way that they want it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's when they decide to crash out every single time. Like, I'm noticing a pattern, bro. And the shit is sad because I genuinely was trying to help her. Like, I'm like, yo, do you want to just come on this tour? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just like join. Like, mad last minute type. What had actually happened is that we added another tour bus. So I'm like, now we have extra room. We have extra bunks. So I'm like, oh, let me see if Cleo wants to come. Feel me? So she could do like her songs and stuff like that. But that's what the I get for trying to be a good person. It's whatever, bro. Honestly, like, you know, that's not gonna stop me from still trying to be a good person. Like, I'm gonna always help the next person out. Like, and that's really my fault for real, because whatever though. But to say like, just to leave out so many details is crazy. Like, how you not gonna tell the people, bitch, we was on them rides at the theme park screaming our vocal cords out, like, to the point where the next day it was hard to perform. Like, bitch, we was having fun. So for you to try to sit here and complain about a chicken salad, it's like, you never came to me talking about a chicken salad. What are you really talking about right now?
And here's my thing. I've said it multiple times. I do feel like Ice was doing all of that. Based off of the evidence that we have, Ice is a terrible friend. But what is Ice to do if Cleo's not speaking up? What is to be done if Cleo's not speaking up?
You gonna send me a whole essay after tour? Like, you just gonna get off the bus? I don't even know you got off the bus. And you gonna send me an essay with an intro, bodies, and a conclusion, like, and you want me to try to like analyze this shit and figure out how I'm wrong when all I did was share.
I don't even think Ice read that shit. That's probably why she's not responding to anything. She probably ain't even read it. Y'all know how y'all be.
My stage with you when I ain't even have to do that. You got less than 10,000 listeners and I'm sharing my stage with you and you feeling so entitled. Like, you thinking that my peoples that work for me is supposed to work for you too? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, how I'm in the shower, you gon' barge in while I'm butt ass naked trying to press me about some bags that you gotta carry some bags.
Wait a minute. She left that part out. First of all, it's over. Chicken salad, a chicken sandwich. All this is because of a chicken naked.
Outs and they going on rants, bro. Crash outs and they going on rants, but at the end of the day, it's whatever, bro. Like, this comes with it, you know. Like, y'all see clearly this will come with it, bro. Right? So, yeah. But the whole thing that's blowing me right now is like talking about some dark energy, trying to compare a tour bus to a slave ship. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Hold on, she compared her tour bus to.
Like, you sound dumb as hell, bitch. If anything, we both need saving. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, we was at the movie theaters. We was siphon. Bitch, you not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much food.
Which?
The shit go on, bro. Regardless, the shit is still gonna go on. That's the gag. So tomorrow I will most likely be.
Man, it honestly sounds like Ice Spice is she's a little bit bewildered by all trying to put a work on him, but I don't know. It just feels like he used to be best friends.
Right.
So
being at your soul that I was
the version of Ice Spice.
Okay. Child. Let's check Twitter. Imagine being called big by someone that was just big. I'm going to bed, bro. Ozempic got y'all gassed and fat phobic now. Mm. Baby Storme exposed her. Nikki unfollowed her. Lotto outsold her. Now Cleo exposed her for being a bad friend and selling 700. Ice Spice is done. Back to the Bronx churches she goes. She waited to say that ish to Cleo about the hotel room in front of Riot, her man, and the security. She wanted Cleo to feel embarrassed. Ice Spice is a real big hater and moves like a certain someone. There'll be more stories like this because big-headed bees don't know how to humble them, be humble, and need people to feel small around them.
It was hard to perform. Like, bitch, we was having fun. So for you to try to sit here and you want me to try to like analyze this shit and nah, that's that shit, bro. But they going on rants, bro. So fuck it. But the whole thing that's blowing friends with somebody for 2 years, bitch, you not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant or bus she had.
Girl. Let me see. Damn, 2-hour video. Cleotrapa failed to use common sense. She knew Ice Spice was moving fake and weird about the bag situation, but she still continued to tour to another city with her. She also wasn't on the flyer. I would have left Miss Paprika after the first night. That's how I feel. I guess. Ice Spice used Cleo as the token black best friend, but never wanted to promote her music, support her in real life, or even defend her name when them Baby Storm messages came out. Hmm.
I only been around Lola like 2-3 times. Like, I don't, and the 2-3 times that I've been around her, it's not even like I told Ice. So I don't even know where the fuck she got that from. That's what I'm trying to say. If anything, Ice is the one that be around Lola and got to pretend to be cool with her. Y'all the one that be going to the same award shows and you probably got to pretend to be cool with her. But me, I don't even be around that girl that much. Like, what? That's why I was even more confused. Like, Anyways, when we was having that conversation that we had around the time that the message came out and I felt like she didn't promote my song and shit, everybody's like, oh, she did a video with you. She did a TikTok with you. What else do you want? What else do you want? I had to pull teeth for that TikTok. Let me tell you how that TikTok went. So I said that I wasn't going to go to Miami unless, because she told me to come to her music video. This is her inviting me to a third music video. I never got to have her inside my music video. She gave me the runaround. I felt like it was the runaround. She said that I should hit up her manager and all this other shit. This is just so y'all know, we're not, like, you feel me? I've already said that me and her is not best friends. I already cleared that up. People don't want to believe that for some weird reason, so they still push that narrative. But I've already said that we're not best friends, because if we're best friends, why the fuck do I have to go through your manager and do all of this to get you for my music video? Like, that shit was mad confusing. So yeah, fast forward now. I'm like, I'm not gonna, I didn't even say I'm not. I said, I'm gonna come to the video if you do a TikTok with me for Rockstar, because you never even came to the music video, bitch. Like, that's how I told her. Like, you didn't even come to the music video, bitch, so you owe me that TikTok. And even the song Rockstar, I ain't never like nothing, comment, share, nothing that had to do with that song. Nothing. But when I pulled up, she was like, oh, wait, not when I pulled up. Oh yeah, but when I pulled up, she knew the words to the song, and that shocked me, because she never liked or nothing when I was promoting that song. And when I brought the song up, she's just like, oh, that song. She's like, oh, that song, you've been promoting the fuck out of that song. And I'm just like, what you mean you don't want me to post the video until my song drop? That shit threw me the fuck off, because my song dropped a week before your song dropped. So why would you hold on to my promo video? Why would you want me to hold on to my promo video until your song drops, so that my promo video would be paid dust? It's going to be, niggas would probably take my song off of it and put your song. Why would I wait until your song dropped to post my promo video? That don't make any sense. She told me it's because her look, they didn't see that look inside that video. So I'm like, Ice, be for real. Like, what fucking look? You had the same hair and makeup. All you did was change out your swimwear. And mind you, it's not even like you really showed your outfit or nothing. All you did was change out your swimwear and put on a Balenciaga shirt and shorts. You made it seem like you did a whole completely different look, hair, makeup, everything different. Like, no, all you did was change your clothes. Like, and you was barely showing your body in the video. So I was just mad fucking confused. I was so confused. It just sounded like she was trying to sabotage me. I'm like, girl, like, let me put, like, what the fuck? You feel me? So she told me that all of this, because I ended up posting the video. Like, I'm just like, I have to put myself first. Why the fuck would I hold on to my promo video and wait till your song dropped? That does not benefit me at all. And she was making it seem like if I was to post the video, it was going to fuck up her rollout. Like, girl, you know this little ass promo video for my song is not fucking up your fucking rollout. So I was just mad confused. And she was telling me, like, basically that's why she didn't like really promote the song or reshare or post anything, because I posted the video that she told me not to post yet. I'm like, I'm not your fucking daughter. What are you talking about? What you think, you punishing me or something because I posted the video and you told me not to post it? Like, that shit was mad fucking weird to me, bro. So, because of that, you're not gonna repost the video. You're not gonna share the song, nothing, because I posted my promo video a week before your song dropped instead of waiting until after your song dropped. That was crazy to me. That was mad crazy. And I can't believe that was even like said. Like, I was just lost.
Imagine being on tour with Ice and talking ish about her while you at your hotel in a group chat full of your fans who are actually munchkins, then go unfollow her when the tour is over. before Ice blew up, Cleo was more popular than her. Was Cleo reposting her songs? Was Cleo promoting her music? No. So I now that Ice is more popular than Cleo, does Ice have to do free handouts for someone she met at the BET Awards who contributed nothing to her career? And for all the people saying she's right, y'all the same ones who depend on others for everything. Judging by all these voice memos from Cleo that have been leaked, it just screams opportunist and jealousy because last time I checked, Cleo was an Instagram comedian, not a musician. No shade. No shade. Like, obviously, this person is going to be biased because they are an Ice Spice stand page. But no shade, they're completely right. Cleo had more popularity. She wasn't promoting Ice like that. And Cleo is known at more for comedy than she is music. So, and I forgot about that, y'all. I forgot about that. So that does put everything into perspective as far as like her not necessarily getting a room and it does kind of put things into perspective because you're not even yet. She's not really looked at as an artist. I'm sorry, but your girl is never beaten the opportunist allegations. Ice only associates herself with people that's going to give her a look. Cleo is just an accessory to her. I believe that 1,000%. I believe that 1,000%. But I mean, now Cleo was saying, "Oh, we're not best friends. I'll let y'all run away with that." So then, Cleo, I don't feel bad. You should have spoke up. You should have spoke up, but you didn't because you let it build and build so that you can find a way to. So I mean, in the end, you got what you wanted, right? You got what you wanted. Okay. Her father has never been confirmed as Nigerian. Cleotrapa says her father is a Hispanic man. I seen him on tour. Oh, we met twice in the green room. We barely spoke. Who said I'm Hispanic? Oh, is this her father? Okay, she said, okay, that's a nigga. Because she made it seem like, okay, she made it seem completely different. If that's her father, come on now. Obviously, you're a black Dominican with black facial features, but do you have other mixtures other than African like majority? That girl has been going around telling everyone that you are from Nigeria. She's been lying about her race, and you just intentionally expose her like an effing idiot. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Because that's the point that I'm missing. Got it. Okay. It's the fact that she's not Nigerian, not the fact that she's not black. Got it. Okay. 7 African countries. So y'all threw a dart at the ancestry test map and claimed the country. Daddy Ice, you were slower than sloth. Apple does not fall from the tree. More like 30% in a mix of other countries. Oh, okay. So the father said that he's 30% Nigerian. He do look like a whole Dominican. So, okay. I mean, I don't give a damn. I mean, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, like that's what y'all get. That's what y'all get for falling in love with people based off of that. I don't care nothing about that weird shit. Is the music good? I don't give a damn where she from, what country. That does nothing for me. Is the music good? So that's for all of y'all that care about stuff like that. I don't give a damn. And again, I also understand the industry. Just like a lot of these people be lying about their age. Some of our faves are lying about their age. Like, there's a lot of lies that they be telling in Hollywood to pander and push you towards a certain demographic. So I'm sure that they probably said, oh, I'm not about to be Saweetie. Look at how Saweetie gets treated. Like people, let me see if I type her in. Well, hate tweets come up about her. Oh, look at me. Chat, I would probably have to go to the shade room or something like that. But people drag Saweetie every time. Every time. So I would not be surprised if Ice Spice's team was just like, just so her race is not a big thing. We just going, do y'all have it? Okay. So it's not a lie. It's not a lie that you're Nigerian. It's just not your biggest, mix. I don't care. I don't care. The point is that Ice is a trash friend. Cleo peep game. It was never best friends like that. And Cleo stuck around because it benefited her until it didn't. And then now she's going around exposing. Pussy, but you was shaking on your bus thinking Cardi sent people to get you jumped. Whole time it was a lady and her kids just trying to get an autograph. Like, help. Who the F told you I started with that lady anyways? Nobody, you picked with her, now you scared.
So take pictures. Take pictures. Always like enjoy the moment. Each part of the moment. Even him, I know you do work in, and I don't want to.
Somebody said, damn, you friends with it be and collected evidence the entire time. Oh my God, I ain't got a dog in this fight. Just a spectator that didn't watch the 20-minute videos. Well, no, my assistant was outside the bus telling me what was going on because she was panicking. I have your bags. LOL, y'all want me to rag shorty? Yes, please. You recorded her, how she look. Old head lady ass tweaky with the F. Nah, I ain't want the attention. Y'all want to pick pop. What? What does that mean? Not to nitpick, but I thought you said they wouldn't let you bring your assistant. And then Cleo says this was the first show in Jersey. Hmm. And are we telling a story now so we could get close to Nikki? Are we telling the story now so we could get close to Nikki? Because we know Nikki has a struggling label that she's trying to put together. Are we telling our story now to get closer to Nikki? Was that the long game the entire time? I have questions, Cleo. I have questions. Because no one's going to get me to believe that Cleo didn't go on this tour with an agenda. I believe all of what was said about Ice. I believe it all. But I also believe Cleo knew that she would benefit from this somehow. And she knew it was going to be a matter of time before something happened that she could take it and spin it. Now, what video? Katy Perry ain't got a song where she needs to look like this. Things that should have never happened. Ice inviting Cleo on tour at all. Ice being the one to invite her. It should have been management to management. Ice mentioning all Cleo's expenses will be paid for. Cleo going on tour with no contract, NDA. Cleo taking this to social media. I agree with all of this. I mean, so far, everything I'm seeing that this account is posting. I mean, I don't know. As an adult, I feel like I need to leave a situation. I feel like if I need to leave a situation and then I'm being mistreated and starved, I'm not going to say in a situation for the greater good, especially if my end at home waiting for me. Cleo definitely is exaggerating things and not telling the full story. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But y'all gag over tea. People be so caught up in the tea and the drama of it all, not understanding the like, and maybe because I used to do story time, so I understand the way to properly tell a story and what part is going to get people to gag and showing receipts here and da-da-da-da. And maybe too because I have a writer's mind, so I'm always thinking about mysteries and, you know, hidden reveals, and like I know the killer in the first 5 minutes of the movies. Like that's the type of way that my mind works, right? My Mercury is in Gemini, so I think very differently, right? And Pluto Scorpio in 10th house. So I also psychologically look at people different on a much deeper, darker level. So it's like, I don't know, y'all. I'm not as, I agree with this, what this person said. I'm gonna read it one more time. I mean, I don't know. As an adult, if I feel like I need to leave a situation and that I'm being mistreated and starved, I'm not going to stay in the situation for the greater good, especially if mine at home waiting for me. Cleo definitely is exaggerating things and not telling the full story. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. I like, because so bad, like I was thinking about it when I was reading the text messages. I was just like, Ice could have, like, because the same way I'm saying that I feel like Cleo was leaving something out, playing devil's advocate and keeping it fair and unbiased, Ice also could have brought up whatever it is that I feel like has been left out. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't feel like Ice cares. I don't even think Ice read what Cleo sent her. That's what it gives. I like Ice's whole energy from those text messages. It confirmed what I was feeling about the whole two frenemies, two people using each other, because it like everything that she's been saying about Ice and then them text messages, it looks just like somebody that I text and used to speak to. Which is why I most definitely believe Ice uses her for clout or uses her blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, I still don't feel like Cleo was telling the whole story. I don't. I feel like she was over exaggerating. And just because somebody explains to us a story, then texts that same story to a person doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true. It just means, okay, well, Cleo texted Ice all of this long story, and then she came to us and then just read the story aloud. It don't make it true, though. It don't mean, and I'm not saying that she's lying. Again, I do feel like it happened. Wait, understand what I'm saying? Like, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Like, her version of the story is what I'm trying to say. Like, something's, it just, it's given this is the long game that was played. I see what's going on with Nikki. I see that Nikki is desperate to sign new female talent. I see that Nikki not messing with Ice like that. Okay. I see that the Barbs is gonna cling to the fact that me and Ice no longer mess with each other like that, and so they immediately gonna run to me and be like, "What happened?" I'm a Instagram comedian, but I'm trying to be more seen as a musician. I'm on the Impact, but I don't know if it's coming back for a second season. I was on this tour where you tried to play in my face, so now I'm about to play in your face. I would not be surprised if this is all a long game to get to Nikki. I would not be surprised. And I know people like to be like, oh, why we always got to bring Nikki into it? And because it matters. Because now the main question that everybody has for Cleo is, what did Ice say about Cardi and what did she say about Nikki? And you're not going to tell me that throughout this whole entire situation that it's not given calculated on Cleo's side. Because why would you stay in a situation that you are mistreated? Miss me with the whole, I thought this person was my friend. When you said multiple times, I knew she wasn't my friend, and she was damn sure wasn't my best friend. I'm not going through, listen, I could excuse Cleo's behavior and be like, okay, I see why she tried to stick it out, because that was, you know, if they were best friends. But the fact that they was not best friends, what the am I sticking out? What am I sticking out? What am I sticking it out for? You said you was hardly ever around this girl for more than 10 hours at a time. This was the most time you had ever spent with her. Y'all never hung out like that. So y'all was never cool like that. And it was always a look and an opportunity. So what, like, you're not going to sit and tell me that you're going to sit and be a welcome mat for somebody you barely know. That's the type of shit you do for a nigga that you love. Somebody that you got stock with. Somebody that you loyal to. Not somebody that you barely F with or barely F with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. And the title of this video probably going to be something like Ice Spice is a bad friend, but Cleo is dumb. Because two things can be true at once. I most definitely believe that Ice is feeling herself. She probably do feel like everybody is jealous of her. She probably do feel like, you know, everybody want what she got. And that can all stem from insecurities and this, that, and the third that we ain't got to get into because we don't always need to know a backstory to know that somebody is just a bitch. But I also can look at this story and be like, Cleo, and you're also calculated and manipulative. Because you're not going to sit and do all that you do in these memes, the way that you be going off about people misspelling a word. You be ready to knock us upside the head because we don't know the difference between there, and there and how to spell it. But yet you can't speak up when it comes to little old Ice Spice and a chicken salad. Nah. And y'all from New York. Nah. Honestly and truly, it never gave that they would even be best friends if they went to the same high school. It don't. And that's not the stereotype, but the stereotype. My team spoke to the artist manager this morning, and the artist manager said he blames himself because he pushed his client to stay because it was a great opportunity, but he knows his client is 100% wrong. The manager realized his client didn't have a financial backing to be on a tour. Y'all are a PR nightmare, blaming our artist for not having a financial backing when she was told she didn't need so and would be taken care of. Ice need to fire you. So y'all let her believe she was going to be taken care of, and now it's that she didn't have financial backing. Wow, that's great. You spoke after the fact that she was on tour with no contract, unpaid with someone she trusted to take care of her because she said she didn't have to spend any money. Listen, now she know in the future. Put that all in writing. Put it all in writing and get it all in writing. Y'all out here moving based off the strength of a friendship that's failing. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. We from fucking New York. We literally say our word is bond. But I'm not bonding to somebody that I'm not even friends with like that. It's somebody you wanted to go closer to. That's a big damn difference than y'all two being besties. You wanted to grow close to Ice. And I'm sure now that she done blew up even more, you wanted to grow even closer to her. Ken, I'm gonna do this right here. I'm a black man born and raised in the BS. Keep me out this BS. Your daughter put you in this telling people you're Nigerian, then telling Cleo to go back up her lie. We took an ancestry test, you effing moron. Honestly and truly, like I said, I don't care, but I feel like the Nigerian part is too flex. And honestly and truly, like that'd be another thing too. Sometimes location does matter because we in New York where everybody and their mother is claiming they either Hispanic, like they either claiming Latino or they claiming they from the Caribbean. Let's not sit and act like everybody and their mama was not in the 8th grade talking about something. I'm Indian. What type of Indian? I'm Cherokee. Look at my baby hairs. I'm Cherokee Indian. Or when fucking Gasolina came out, everybody and their mama swore they was Puerto Rican. Like, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Like, if you from New York or Jersey, or hell, even PA in Baltimore outside, but at least in Jersey and New York, everybody and their mama was claiming Dominican, Puerto Rican, or Caribbean at some point. Especially when the parades come around, when parade season come around, baby, it is damn near more black people than it is Puerto Ricans at the parade. It's damn near more Latinos at the Caribbean parade than it is, you know, Jamaicans or what. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so I don't know. It feel like I'm not gonna say a lot because he said that they are 30%. So I mean, it's still her. It's still her. Y'all acting like it's 3%. It's still her. But exaggerated, yes. Am I mad at it? No. Because y'all bring up her skin color every single time. Every single time. Anytime light skinned people make it, oh, it's because of this, it's because of privilege. So yeah, I'm gonna bring up the fact that I'm Nigerian every time just to remind you that I'm black. And I already look a little albino-ish, and I was getting picked on for my skin color and having orange hair when I first came out. Yeah, I'm gonna remind you that I'm Nigerian every time. I don't give if it's only 1/3. I'm gonna remind you every single time. Cause y'all keep trying to use that to discredit me. Right? Like, because that's what people were doing. They were using how light Ice was and how odd looking she was to discredit her. So people can try to play the whole race game. Listen, at this point, I'm tired of talking about this. It's been 3 hours. I was not expecting to talk about this for this long. I really was not. If anything else happened, I don't care. At this point, I'm about to order me some chinos because I'm starving. I've been talking for 3 hours, ain't eating like 5. I got to go. I find it interesting how Ice Spice responded to Cleo calling her soulless, and then that prayer video goes viral right before Cleo's TikToks. I mean, Spirit will do stuff like that to get the attention, you know? I just watched Cleo's entire story. I feel gross forever liking Ice. It ain't that deep for me. I don't know these hoes. Your team was treating Cleo like a second-class citizen because you knew you could get away with it. I didn't know about the convo they had before. It matters different if she really was told she's not going to have to worry about anything beforehand. Plus, in situations, it was just business. Different when that's your man's. What? What's going on over there on the neighborhood talk? Oh, my God. There's more? It's too much going on. It's too much going on. Oh my God.
The whole thing that's blowing me right now is like talking about some dark energy, trying to crazy. Yeah, I'm about to actually go to sleep for real this time, but I'm about to announce the Europe tour dates because for me the shit go on, bro.
But she told me situation where
Sounds like she told them not to help her, which is weird because isn't she a girl? So whoever was handling the bag should have been told get Cleo's bags too. In the discussion, why aren't you looking for your people? Yeah, you flexing on your homegirls when you get comes with it too. You brought her on tour for no money. For no money with zero assistance, and you couldn't make sure your team did everything possible to make sure she had a good performance. Sounds like you wanted to set up your friend to fail. Yeah, I believe all that. All that. Still just feel like there's something missing. It's given she intentionally told her team not to help Cleo knowing she out there alone. People can have it all and still be weird. It's sick. Security will be carrying my friend's bag too because she's my guest, and let a grown man that I'm paying tell my friend no and not help her when she had no problem helping me. Yeah, he would have been fired. He would have been fired immediately. It was one bag. She was just never your friend. That's it. That's all. Honestly, everybody is dragging it. They was not friends. Cleo said they was never friends for real. She said she don't know where it came from. They were supposed to be friends. They would just be around each other because they had the same interests. So she thinks she owes something. It's crazy when a girl is having you something. When a girl is giving you a stage. That's not entitlement. She wasn't saying, oh, she owes it to me for her security to pick up my bag. She's saying, dang, we're supposed to be friends. Okay, we running in circles with that point at this point. Oh, I could go for some hot dogs and beans, but I do. Oh, and some tuna salad. I don't feel like going to the store though. So Baby Storm said, I tried to warn you and you just threatened to beat me up. Nevertheless, I'm sorry that happened to you. And Cleo says, oh, I threatened to beat you up because you was doing all that because you was mad at Ice. It didn't give you had any respect for me, boo. You really could have DM'd me from the jump with that whole situation if you was on some real beat-ish word, but thank you. Boom. Right. Because one thing y'all love to do is try to go back and try to like retroactively fix some shit. And it's like, see, Storm was right the whole time. See, Amber Rose was wrong the whole time. And it's like, don't do that. Because multiple things can be true at once. Baby Storm did that because she was mad Ice cut her off, not because she actually cared about Cleo or Nikki. Okay, this is the Hispanic stuff.
What's your background? Like, where are you from?
I'm from New
Like
York.
your nationality.
Like, oh, my dad is black and my mom is Dominican.
Oh, okay.
So you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
Do you know that? What's your background? Like, where are you from?
I'm from New
Like
York.
your nationality.
Like, oh, my dad is black and my mom is Dominican.
Oh, okay.
Right. But see how this is a post though? See how this is a post? See how this is a post? So you was willing to keep her little secret as long as you could benefit from her fame? I'm gonna just I didn't really think she had any black in her anyways. They love claiming us and our culture. See, and this is what we're not about to do. This right here, this whole post right here, this is what it's like people just go up. So that Ice Spice father, we already went through this. So they're not gonna post what he said, the 30%. Okay. This is why you can't trust the blogs. So Capella Gray gives his take after Cleopatra. And I don't know who the hell Capella is, but okay. I got invited to tour and paid for the bus, my own hotels for me and the gang, all the food, all that. The opportunity was in being able to be on a tour and showcase my music as an upcoming artist. That couldn't fill those type of venues yet. Grateful. All the industry people wait. Ice is a rising Virgo, which means Pisces is in her 7th house. Her and Riot might break up. Or I wonder if this whole eclipse situation, between her and Cleotrapa is what's going on with her. Because there's an eclipse happening on the 17th, and you can start feeling it like a week before, a week after. And that eclipse is going to be going through her 7th house, which means, you know, it can end a relationship or start a relationship. So that's just interesting to know. If we start hearing stuff about Ice and Riot going public or like them breaking up or something like that, just, you know, no. I told y'all the eclipse. But it could also very well be this, because 7th house is also friendships, because it's 1-to-1 relationships. Typically love, but like it could also be like a best friend relationship or manager. The opportunity was in being able to be on a tour and showcase my music as an upcoming artist. That couldn't fill those type of venues yet. Grateful. All the industry people quiet right now because it's kind of hard to sympathize with this if you've been around and know how this goes. Certain people, friend or not, if they ask me to go on tour with them right now, we out. I'll figure it out, man. I need that look. So Capella is saying everything that I said. Like, this is a part of it. Like, whether you're a friend or not, like, this is how the industry should go. And that's, remember, I said that in the first hour.
1,000 listeners.
That's you. You're missing a point. Her friend told her she had her. They were not friends. Is everyone forgetting that Ice told Cleo, you're good, you're going to be with me? Cleo asked what was needed. But when Cleo saw that that was not happening, then now what? And it's Cleo moving based off of a word that she has with somebody that she's not friends with. If she's never had your back, then okay. Never mind. So then it says Ice Spice manager speaks on Cleotrapa. This is what happens when an artist team don't manage their artist expectations when an opportunity comes in front of them. If you're not prepared for an opportunity and your team isn't properly advancing, then that's on them, not on us offering an opportunity. You have to invest in yourself, aka pay expenses if you need be for the opportunity. It's corny. Someone gives you an opportunity and this is the things the person gets. Openers don't have the same things headliners has. The entitlement and ego are crazy. An artist and their team needs to know what to do with when these opportunities come their way. They need to know how to leverage it to advance their career. But some artists just don't know how to come out with hits, so they crash out and go on rants. If another bigger artist hit my client and say, come on tour with him or her one day to be prepared. As the manager, I would advise my client that this is risky. I would then connect with the other artist management and agent immediately to advance logistics to see if it makes sense to avoid hiccups. And again, I have to keep reminding y'all, this happened during Mercury retrograde. Everybody loves to bring it up when you think an X is coming back, but like astrology is real, y'all. Mercury is the planet of communication. Retrograde means to go introspective. And usually during retrogrades, with Mercury, being that it's the planet of communication becomes fucked up. It becomes a mess. So it makes sense why all of this was happening. At the end of the day, this should have never been a conversation between Ice and Cleo. It should have been a conversation that if it started with them, then the managements and the team should have immediately took over. I'm not feeling sorry for Cleo at all, because you knew that Ice was not your friend. You knew y'all were putting on a facade. You knew that even Ice was putting on a facade with you. So to now go around, I thought my friend was going to have my back. When has she ever had your back? Didn't Storme make that very clear? When has she had your back? So that's the lesson that the universe had to teach you and that you had to learn. Okay, cool. I bet you'll know how to move different in the future now. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been a conversation between them two, knowing this is a tour. This is not like me and my homegirl down to the mall and performing, you know, at the Auntie Anne's. This is a whole tour. Why wouldn't you think you would have to talk to the label and like somebody says this is so insane to me because the girl literally asked what was needed for her and she was told nothing. She would have been more than ready to have her team and pay expenses, but Ice literally told her she'd be paid for. And then in multiple times she asked if she should pay or bring a team. It's silence. Like, this is really insane. Two artists can't speak on logistics and business and agree on it the same day without proper representation thoroughly talking through. Management needed to properly advise their client and get ahead of any potential hiccups. I'm not allowing my client to go out on the road without me advancing it. So then hold your artist accountable, James. Why did your artist speak and invite her on tour if your artist can't speak on logistics? Wait, but y'all gave one day to prepare. We gave her an opportunity to showcase her talent to all age crowd. She could have said something in the lines of, hey, this is last minute invite and I won't be able to come out the next day. But I should start on this later tour date so your teams can handle logistics and I can be prepared for it. My team spoke to Cleo's manager this morning, and Cleo's manager said he blames himself because he pushed his client to stay because it was a great opportunity. But he knows Cleo is 100% wrong. Cleo's manager realized Cleo didn't have the financial backing to be on a tour. There's 3 business models that exist when a headliner offers an artist to be an opener. A headliner can have an opener buy in on the tour to have a slot. A headliner can offer an opener compensation to support the tour, or a headliner can offer no money, just an opportunity to perform. In regard to the third option, headliner can be generous and help offset some costs, like have the opener be on the headliner tour bus instead of opener having to spend money for their transportation from state to state. Headliner can be generous to offer their production crew to help. I came on here to put a perspective out there. All artists don't understand the nuances of business, the ins and outs, and artists can talk to artist direct and offer or extend invitation to an opportunity out of the kindness of their heart. Okay, wrap it up. Sometimes an artist can mistakenly misspeak and just genuinely excited to be extending the opportunity. But that's where the artist management need to come together and ask the right questions to make sure things are accurate, because there's always a cost associated to an opportunity. And I agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%. To think that you about to just come on tour and it about to be a full ride, a full free ride, that's crazy. That's crazy. But again, Cleo's not an artist. She's a Instagram comedian. She's an influencer. What rubs me the wrong way is we live in TikTok social media economy where people know how to go viral for clout and they go public with something that can be handled from a private phone call to speak on differences. I'm big on fairness and unity and peace and love. Best way to live is sleep at night, but we have to be grateful for opportunities that we get. Sometimes the experience is not what we expected, and that's okay. You learn from it and move forward. The public bashing just means therapy is needed. I agree. I'm sorry. I agree. I feel like at the end of the day, this is just a friendship fallout, a quote unquote friendship fallout, and then it happened in the midst of business, and so things got blurred. Meanwhile, Cleo never came to the internet about the business dealings. Yes, she did, though. Yes, she did. Once you start speaking about Ice Spice and the team and what they weren't doing, that's you bringing up the business. Shout out to 111 111. I'm done talking about this. Ice is trash for that. There needs to be more accountability on Ice's side. But at the end of this, I don't care. It's 3 hours into this. I feel like I done said everything I had to say.
Now, I'm just be clear with y'all. It might be some on there that can, but it ain't her. No, it's not her. No. And plus, she too classy based. We both too classy for that. We professionals. We professionals. We're not gonna be. I'm classy. I don't know about the rest of them, but I am classy based. Me and Phaedra, we too classy for that.
Okay, that's it. I'm wrapping this up. 3.5 hours is enough. I did not know I was going to be talking about that for this long. My God, that's my entire, what's today? Tuesday. And I was supposed to be on live at 7 o'clock. Girl, I know y'all waiting on the Baddies Caribbean video. I don't know if it's coming because, child, that episode, boo. Let me know what y'all thought about all of this down in the comment box below. Ice is a bad friend and Cleo's dumb. 2 things can be true at once. It is what it is. Go to my website, thealignedSouls.com to book a reading. And that's for a full 30-minute reading. And I will be on live every night after 7 or 8 o'clock doing quickie personal readings for $50 if you're interested in that. I'll see y'all in the next one.